out of a pandemic. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some really great choruses on there, some really huge songs. Like, it sounds like sort of the opposite record that in my mind I would think that you would make when there's a pandemic going on. But there's just a great rock and roll feel to the record. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, even the title track, Strange Days, I thought it was important to have a lyric which was a little bit of a social commentary, but simultaneously, I didn't want it to be a negative record, lyrically anyway. I wanted it was great that it ended up having a hopeful message, one that people could sort of like stop listening and smile about, and hopefully look at the future more optimistic.
Absolutely. And you have got guest stars aplenty on this thing. The record leads off with a Robbie Williams song that is amazing. It's a great table setter. You've got Albert Hammond on the current single that we're playing, another bit of showmanship. You have got Tom Morello, and the best, you have Phil and Joe from Def Leppard. And if I'm not mistaken, is it Joe that calls himself King of the Leopards, which I think is the greatest thing that I've ever heard anyone call themselves?
It's true. I mean, I can't thank everyone who was involved in this album enough, because I mean, typically what would happen with all of the songs that have the features on, we would have made them and my vocals would have been done and the band has chosen the best bits of like each take and we've kind of fused it all together. And then we just took them as far as we could go. And then with I Hate How Much I Want You, for instance, with Joe and Phil from Def Leppard, they then got a hold of the tracks and then just kind of did what they wanted and went absolutely crazy. And whenever someone got onto a song, it just elevated the idea even more. So it becomes this really rich, eclectic body of work, which I think makes for a really exciting album.
Absolutely. So when you're like, okay, when you're kind of thinking about who you want to have on the record, so like, I don't know if I have the personality to like ask Tom Morello, hey man, you want to be on my record? Or how is that process? And do you ever get in your head like about it? Like, should I really ask this guy? Or you're like, what the hell not? Why not? I know these guys, they're my friends. What's it going to hurt? Kind of, how do you go about that? Because I'm sure that that's not as easy as we would think it would be.
Well, truth be told, I mean, it's all a bit of a blur because I was so kind of wasted throughout most of it. In all honesty, which you know I've tidied up and I've cleaned up now, but yeah, I don't really remember an awful lot of those conversations. But you know, of course, that it helps that most of the people that I ended up speaking to, we'd met before, spent time with them. Some of them had even got on stage. And in fact, it was only Robbie. Robbie was probably the newest relationship to have formed. And that was probably about a couple of weeks before going into the Strange Days session. But that was amazing. And it was so great that they were all so gracious with their time.
Yeah, I read about that hookup with Robbie Williams where like you guys legitimately just DM'd over Instagram after you had done a session. And man, and I'm telling you, and I'm not, you know, I don't know a lot of Robbie Williams' work as a pop singer, but I'm telling you, as far as starting a record, Luke, that's an amazing song to like set the stage for the whole record. Like it is very, very strong. Well, so now what's going to happen? You know, so then I guess you hang on to the record that you already recorded and put that out at a later date, or have you even gotten that far in that thinking?
Well,
Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, you took Exploder this morning, huh?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Feeling good, huh?
It's brought to you by Insane Labs.
Wow.
Exploder. Get it in you. Get some in you. Exploder. I feel like everybody needs some Exploder this morning.
I know.
Everybody dragging? I feel like there's something in the hallway today.
Nah, you know what it is? I had just a bad meal last night, and I'm paying for that today. I'm bummed out, yeah.
Bummed you had a bad meal. Is it
It was an expensive bad meal.
Is it affecting your digestive system?
Yeah, my GI is all trash, which, as we know, on a baseline is just normally trash. And so I feel, I just feel gross right now. That's my problem. What's up with you?
No. Is today a day a lot of people have taken off?
No. I mean, what do you mean? Is there nobody else here?
I don't know. The hallway's empty. Mm-hmm. I feel like the kids go back to school on Monday.
Oh, you're right.
Are people taking today off for like a long weekend? Maybe they'll go somewhere with the kids or...
Maybe. Back to school blues, I feel like. All my girlfriends, I've been talking to all of them, and their kids are going back to school, and they're sad, and they're just bummed out.
The parents are sad?
Well, they're just like, there's so much going on. They're not sad that the kids are going back, but there's just like...
It's a lot of change. Yeah, a lot of change.
New year, your kids are getting older. Maybe there's a little sadness there. No?
There's a lot of sadness.
Like for parents?
In our house about that? Yeah.
Really?
About the kids getting older? Yeah.
Maybe the kids getting older.
It's an interesting transitional period right now. And it's just a dark, gloomy place because everybody's like, oh, God, I don't want to do this.
With 15 people in your household having to get ready for school, I understand.
Well, they had it's not called orientation day. What's it called?
No, today it's
transition day.
My son has the walk your schedule day.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we had yesterday.
The walk your schedule day.
Trial walk. Love it.
Yeah, that's what we had. It was called transition day.
We didn't have that.
Yeah, we did.
We never walked our schedule.
I remember going to high school, and they were like, freshman year, hey, I guess that's freshman orientation, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
A sophomore.
Orientation.
Oh, well, I mean, but you get the layout of the school if you're going to a new school or you meet your teacher.
Walk your schedule. You're supposed to be thrown in there, and you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, they're just giving them an extra couple hours.
Like they give you some, like the first week of school, they give you some grace if you're a little late.
Some teachers.
You got to figure out, do I have time to go back to my locker? Mm-hmm. Or do I have to bring books for 3 periods with me? This is what the first week of school is all about, figuring it out. Now, my son's going to walk his schedule today. I go, what a waste. What a waste of a trip to school.
And ride the bus, right?
No, he's not going to ride the bus.
Oh, my son rode the bus.
No, my son's now at the age where some of his friends are driving.
Oh.
So his buddy Austin is going to come pick him up.
Austin, huh?
Oh, wow.
Is he a good driver?
Yeah, I was going to say, you trust Austin and his skills?
Anybody named after a city?
What am I going to do? I mean, do I trust? I don't trust any kid.
Yeah.
Hey, some are better.
I
than
trust
others.
anyone named after a city.
You do trust?
Yeah.
Or do not trust?
Yeah, unless it's except for Aspen.
I got a couple of cousins named after cities, and they're a wild dude. So I don't know. I have 2 cousins, and they're brother and sister. Denver and Aspen are my cousins. Guess where they were born?
Conceived in Reno.
Yeah, super awkward, Uncle Joe. Super awkward.
You know those Teen Wolf coach rules. You never date a gal with a tattoo of a dagger. You never play cards with a guy named after a city.
Yeah.
That one stuck with me.
No, I'm at this weird transition with the kid, with the boy, where he's 15 and some of his friends are 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Same boat.
And they've all full licenses. And Austin's gonna come pick me up. Where are you going? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
Does it matter to you what the friend drives?
Kid drives a big truck. Makes me feel a little better. I'll be honest with you.
I was gonna say that.
I'll be honest with you. It makes me feel a little better.
Much better. Like I'd be like, all right, he's one of me.
The kid drives a big ass truck.
I like this kid.
Like a big ass truck. I see this thing pulling up front. I go, all right,
let's go, boy, get in there. Now, what if it's like a Datsun, a little 2-seater race car?
That is just one crumple zone.
Yeah, I mean, you're just one goofy move away from being under something.
I'm gonna have to let go at some point.
I know.
And I know for a lot of parents of older kids, this is the weekend they'll be driving their kids to school. If not being done already.
Yeah, that was kind of tough for me. I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting it to be, and it was. This is
the weekend that parents are bringing their kids back to school or to school for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And,
wait, you're talking about college, right?
College, yes.
Yeah,
college.
Right.
College. Yeah, a lot of tears.
I know.
A lot of tears of joy now that this rotten person is out of my house.
Right.
Or, oh, my baby boy, my baby girl's grown up, off to college. Or tears of the impending bills and debt to be accrued.
Tuition. Here it comes.
There is a video going viral of a North Carolina mom. So she put this video up after sleeping over in her daughter's dorm room for the first night of college. So mom brings the daughter to college, spends the first night in the dorm.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that.
I feel like this is something my mom would do with my sister, so I don't think this is too crazy.
Reactions have been mixed to this. Reactions have been mixed. People are arguing whether it's fun and cute or way overbearing.
Yeah.
You know, there are hundreds of people like this one particular comment. This is gross and weird. Have some boundaries. Say goodbye to your kid and go cry in the car like everybody else.
Yeah, there's one point.
Let them live their lives. Although, what's one more night? I don't know.
And you're just having fun.
Apparently, the girl's roommate hadn't moved in yet, so
That's fine.
it's not like the roommate was there. I don't see a problem with this.
If you have a fun mom, that's what Jill does, okay? This is
Cool mom.
Yeah. My mom would stay in the sorority house with my sister. If she would have lived in a dorm, she probably would have stayed there.
Your mom was doing, beer bongs with the frat boys next door.
Hell yeah, she was, dude. This woman had T-tops in the 90s. All right,
Cool mom.
My mom was posing in one piece for Crown Line boats in the catalog, okay? While selling like 6 figures over to Germany of Crown Line boats. This woman can do whatever she wants, as far as I'm concerned. She's fun.
Oh, Greg, good point. Austin doesn't drive his own truck. He drives mommy and daddy's truck. I don't know what the situation is.
It is what
Whatever.
it is.
It is what it is. He's
Maybe he
picking my
saved
kid
his
up.
money.
He didn't save his money.
Oh, okay.
And listen, now with what's that Live 360 app? Life 360?
Oh, yeah. Stalker parent app.
Yeah, we're tracking these kids.
Hell yeah.
We got tabs on these kids. All right, you guys are going to go cruising? I'll know exactly where you are.
And how fast.
And how fast you're going. Yep. Crash detection? Yep, I'm paying for that. No, do you think the mom is overbearing for spending the first night in the dorm room with the kid? Although, put yourself in the kid's body for a second.
The kid has been used to this for a while.
Mom, get the hell out of here. Finally, freedom.
I don't know.
You want to spend the first night? Oh,
you think this is a scenario where the parent wants to stay and the kid doesn't? No, this is a hey,
Stay one more night.
yeah, you want to hang? I don't know, man. I feel like this is a no. The apple doesn't fall all that far from the tree. No. This is everybody's attached at the hip. Mm-hmm. This is a two-way street here.
That's the first, for a lot of people, it's the first time they're getting autonomy like that. And it's scary. Your parents drop you off at college and now you're on your own to figure it out. And if you've had a helicopter parent your whole life, you are freaked out, you know? You don't know what to do.
and what college you go to?
Illinois State.
Okay, how far away was that?
3 hours away.
Okay, so that's a pretty
Perfect.
It was a perfect amount, yeah.
that's a pretty good distance.
I could drive home in a day and back if I needed to, and
But it was far enough
where you got distance.
that you weren't required.
Yeah.
You weren't
And-
expected to be seen all the time.
And how far was it away from your house?
My college?
Yeah.
When I went to play football and baseball at Eureka College by Peoria, I want to say it was like 4.
Oh, 4 hours. Okay, another.
It was up there close to ISU, and it was between ISU and Bradley, which was great because it was just far enough, like I could get home if I was needed, but it was far enough that I wasn't expected to be seen every weekend.
Yep.
So I, went a couple semesters to Ramapo College of New Jersey, New Jersey's #1 liberal arts college.
Wow.
I've heard that. I've seen the commercials.
Go Roadrunners. 30 minutes from my house.
Ah, geez.
30 minutes.
You were home all the time.
Every weekend. Mm-hmm. I would do a stopover. I would stop by just to do laundry.
Yeah.
Just drop off the laundry. That's it. Head back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, somebody said maybe the drive was super, super far for the mom, and she didn't want to stay at a hotel.
Yeah, they're saving money. I'm paying for this room. I'm staying in it.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
I
you're
can see
spending
that
40
making
grand a year.
sense.
Hey, listen. What's another $65 to stay at a La Quinta? I don't know.
let's say it's a 10-hour drive, and you're like, I'm gonna leave in the morning. Hey, roommate's not here yet.
Right. I got my sleeping bag.
I'm gonna save me $200. Whew. Good night. That makes sense.
Listen, it's cutesy. The mom posted a cute video. Fine. The roommate was not there.
Tell you what, man, my oldest daughter, drove her to college, it was about 2 hours or so, so like you said, like far enough, not too far.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling that I had was, and did you ever drop your kids off at like a sleepaway camp for a week or something like that?
Yes.
The very first time you do that is rough. It's hard.
The first time was that Cub Creek. Creek.
Yeah, same for me with one of the other girls. And it's hard. It's hard to do because you're like, oh man, how's the kid gonna handle it? And then you realize like, oh man, this is a little bit for me to handle. And at that camp, you're not allowed to call them. Remember, there's like an app, and you can write them letters, and they can write you letters.
Yeah, and they'll send you pictures. I think every once in a while.
Once a day, you get pictures. So you're not in communication. So now you got a young kid, and you're not in communication for a week. It's kind of weird. When I was dropping off the daughter, it kind of felt like that for a second, and then I realized, oh my God, this is sleepaway camp forever. You're gone forever. It was rough.
They'll be home on the holidays.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you're never going to live in my house again.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know how I'll handle it. I'll probably be a wreck.
You probably will be.
It'll hit you much harder than you think.
I know. I'm going to be a disaster.
We have a coworker, Ray Collier, who's the music director over at KSU. He's one of my best friends, and his son Parker is one of the most talented kids. Like, he's going to be going he's gone over to Europe for acting camps, and they sent him to New York and LA. This kid's got a bright future on Broadway or in the movies. And Ray is having a rough go of it because he loves his son so much.
Of
and he's
course.
like, your baby's flying the coop. And I don't know. I think that parents, especially if you're taking your kids to college and they're going away from you, you are hurting right now.
I think I'm going to say.
Don't want to admit it.
I think I'm going to say, as the kid is leaving, I'm going to go, I've done all I could do.
That's true.
I've done all I could do.
And that door's going to shut.
I think that's the part that hurts the most, is you can't do anything anymore.
Pushing you out of the nest.
Cats in the cradle.
We are definitely playing that. We are definitely playing that song. So, hey, good luck, parents of college-age kids, especially going in as freshmen.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
I feel you, man. It's tough.
Oh, I'd give anything to go back to college. Anything. Like, I would take a couple years off my life to go back to college.
Would you?
Yeah, and have that experience again. It was so much fun.
What would you do different?
I wouldn't do anything different. I had the best time ever. I
would actually go to class.
Oh, well, I went to class.
Yeah.
And I went halvesies. I went to SWIC for 2 years, and then I transferred up to Illinois State to finish things out, and that was the perfect situation for me. So kids going into junior colleges around that are maybe bummed about that and still living at home, honestly, it could set you up for the best parts of your life. I met some of the coolest people at SWIC and still talk to them to this day. And
I don't know how much my mom and dad spent on college. The short time I went. But the one takeaway, the one thing I remember about college, and here's the education I got at Ramapo College of New Jersey. New Jersey's number one
liberal arts college.
Liberal arts college is how to make a gravity bong.
How cool is that?
How to make a gravity bong in a sink.
Passage.
There we go. That's my big takeaway.
I don't even think people are making gravity bongs.
I don't know, but I learned how to make one out of an empty milk jug.
Mm-hmm. Good for you.
Good times. Could probably still do it. I don't know.
So it was an engineering school.
Yes,
Yeah.
college
primarily.
Money well spent, Mom.
This is an art installation.
Right. Hey, just some stuff I didn't get to this week that I do want to talk about. This was a video making the rounds earlier this week. Now, at our particular households, the chores are divided up, right? We all share we all share in the chores, whether it be laundry, whether it be cooking, whether it be cleaning. I don't know if you guys saw this video. It's titled 4 Things I Don't Do as a Married Woman.
Oh, 4 things. Let's hear this.
Imagine being married to this.
So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman. Number 1, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. My husband will be making his own breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills.
Nice.
So if he is short on the rent, on utilities, or anything like that, it is not my problem. I will not be helping him out. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not financially contributing to any of the bills.
Okay, now, this video's halfway done. There's more to go. Your first thought is, what?
What does she do?
She must be hot.
I'll tell you what your first thought is.
Your first thought is, huh. To have this kind of attitude, she must be
super gorgeous.
10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. That's not my first thought.
Oh, no?
For you guys, I guess so, yeah.
Was that your first thought?
My first thought is, where's his video? What are the things that he won't do?
He's probably not allowed to have a video.
I'm just wondering how it all, fits. It's fine. I understand. You got your rules, your hills.
She's halfway through her list of things she's not going to do. So far we got she's not cooking for him. She's not paying any bills. It's his job to provide for the family. So your first thoughts halfway through the video, Rafe? Right? She must be hot.
Maybe. She didn't have a hot voice.
She's not hot.
To be honest, my first thought was, I see them all at the dinner table, and he's eating Captain Crunch.
To be honest, I watched Pineapple Express last night, and so all I'm thinking is Rosie Perez for some reason. Is this little Rosie Perez?
She is a Latin woman.
Okay.
Don't you see them? They're all eating it's breakfast for dinner. Everybody's got French toast and like stacks and all this kind of stuff, and this guy's over here just eating, grape nuts.
Yeah, he's got a bowl of cereal.
Something boxed because she doesn't cook for him. She cooks for everybody else. But
he comes home after working 10 hours.
Yeah, smells that pasta.
No, not for you.
Not this lasagna.
Contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. That's his responsibility. Number 4, he is responsible for replacing any of his essentials like soap, shampoo, anything like that. He needs to go buy it himself. Even if I'm at the store, I will not be replacing it for him.
Nice.
If he needs new underwear, new socks, or anything like that, that's for him to do. I'm not going to do it for him. I'm not going to enable a perfectly grown-ass adult, because then they get used to that shit. So.
Man, damn it.
Damn it, Rosie Perez.
Damn it. I thought I had that video with no curses.
Man.
Anyway, if you missed the end, because I had to dump out, she says, I will, he's a grown-ass man, and I will not be replacing any of his stuff.
Because if I do, he'll get used to that.
Right.
That's a key component there.
Yes.
That is her justification. So you gotta make sure you let her close it out.
Is her justification valid?
I don't know. I mean, some of that stuff. Listen, it's everybody's household works a little different, and as long as y'all are on the same page and everybody figures it out, and you have mature discussions, and you figure out, okay, this is what I'm willing to do for the family. It's what I'm willing to do for the household. Hey, I really hate this. You want to help me out with this? Or hey, how does this work? You present ideas and you figure it out. You come to some sort of agreement. And ours has shifted over the last couple of years, for sure. Like our time management has been different. Mm-hmm. My wife works from home, so that changes the dynamic.
So she refuses to cook, clean, do laundry, or help with the bills, or do any shopping. Nice.
What I want to know what the list is of what she does do.
I don't know. She seemed to be bragging about the things she does not do.
Well, it sounds like she's taking care of herself and the kids.
And the kids.
And he's kind of on his own. And
this guy 100% has another family across town.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want kids.
Maybe that works, dude. Maybe that works for them. I don't know.
He's like, I'll have these kids with you, but you got to take care of them.
Like she said something about the laundry, and I know that the laundry dynamic has changed vastly in our home over the last couple of years because it just did. It just does. Like she hated folding, and I always put things away wrong. So it was like, she would do that, and then I would grab the dry stuff, and then I'd go up and fold, and then I would leave it at a certain point. And then at some point, she was just like, hey, you know what? I think this would be more efficient if I did most of it, but we kept it separate. So then the kids had their own, and they started being responsible for their own.
So basically, she is a horrible roommate.
Maybe.
She is a horrible roommate.
Wait, I need like a second. I need a sequel to this video of what she does do.
All we have is
to make a
this.
full judgment. Because maybe she does some other. Maybe she takes the dog out and picks up the poop and maybe she.
There is
picks
no
up the
part 2. There is no part 2 of this.
Maybe those are the cleanest toilets you ever seen. Like
Right.
maybe she's scrubbing the toilets all the time. Like maybe the house is just immaculately taken care of. Who knows?
Or maybe there's one thing she's always down to do.
Oh.
That thing.
That is the ultimate scale balancer.
Are you saying that there's one thing she could end this video with, and all the guys would go, "Oh, okay."
Well, or would at least be taken into consideration.
Everybody be like, "Well, that's fine. It's whatever."
Let your mind run wild on that one.
Yeah.
I'll eat cereal.
I'll eat cereal and not ever.
You know
see
what?
my
I love crunch berries. Now that I think of it, and who needs socks? I don't mind buying my Old Spice body wash.
She does that one thing.
That's the thing. Okay, so let's go around the room. Like, my wife started taking over for groceries because, that's just, I don't know. This is something that's in her purview that she's got really wrapped up and she's responsible on. And I'm an impulse buyer sometimes. If I go to the grocery store, I make mistakes. I do. I get the wrong things. I get 100 things that I wasn't supposed to because I always go hungry. It's just a bad situation. I'm bad. I'm bad in the grocery store, okay? So she gets the soap. She gets my toothpaste.
We call those, the goods.
The goods. She gets the goods. So I'll fully admit, like, if I would not be as clean as I am if it weren't for her. But
thank you, Mallory.
But I get my undies. I get my socks. She has nothing to do with my clothes, like any of that kind of stuff.
Good boy.
I know.
Good job.
You did a good job,
guys,
buddy.
the reason I'm saying that
I got my own underwear.
Me, I did it. But
I
did it.
Hey, listen, the reason I'm saying that is because you two may not know that Rizz has bragged for years that he doesn't buy his own clothes.
Oh yeah, you've talked about this on the show.
Yeah, but I've
before.
started doing that now.
Oh,
look at you.
Yeah, buying my own socks and underwear.
Did you have to? Was Meals like?
No,
What was that conversation like?
because once I discovered how easy Amazon was, I was a late coming to the.
okay.
I was late coming to the game on that one.
Okay.
Well, Rizz for 10 years would walk in and we'd be like, "Oh, sweet shirt. What is that?" And you look down for the first time, see your shirt, and go, "Oh, I don't know, man. She got
My
it.
wife
for me."
got it for me.
You wouldn't know what was on it. We go, "What is that? An owl or something?" You're like, "I don't know, man."
I'll be honest with you. I was really late getting to Amazon. I don't have my own account. I just use my wife's.
Yeah, neither do
my
I.
wife's stuff. And I remember sitting in bed one day, and I'm like, "Damn, I need a whatever. I need a oven thermometer. God, I gotta probably run out to Home Depot." And I'm like, "Huh? Let me try this Amazon.com thing."
Look at this.
See what all this fuss is about.
Yeah, this was maybe 5 years ago.
Wow.
Never too late.
Isn't it safer, though, that we don't have our own accounts? Because if I had to go to Home Depot for, like, one little thing, I'm coming home with a new grill.
And I could get this oven thermometer from the comfort of my bed. It'll be here tomorrow.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa,
It
we
is
are
amazing.
here.
I go to Home Depot for a light bulb, and I come home with a shed.
Yep. That's me
We
at
are
Target
here.
every time. That's why I do drive up for Target because it helps me not
Self-control.
spend. Yes. Tim, the other day, I said, we need to go to Target. I go, I'll just do drive up. He goes, no, I need some things. Why don't we go? And I go,
Okay.
It's your
okay.
funeral, pal.
This is on you.
We left. I'm not bragging or lying. $400.
Oh, that's 4 bags at Target.
And I said, see what I told you? I go, we would have gotten out of here with under 50 had I not gone in.
Yeah, everybody here, by the way, a lot of the guys check it out on the instant feedback. What are the sex rules?
Yeah,
And
that's what I mean.
and that's what we
what
don't
else
know.
is happening?
That's his
And
video.
that's what we don't know.
That's his
my
video.
Somebody says I'm trying to come up with some BS to defend this broad. No, I'm just like, there is something else going on that we don't know about.
How is she raised? If she's putting this video out there, how is she raising these kids, by the way? These kids are going to be rotten. I guarantee you.
She's doing it for the views. This is
Somebody
is,
says
cringe
it's
content.
quote unquote rage bait.
Yeah, rage bait. That's
It's
What is rage bait?
Oh, it's just something that you say, even if it's ridiculous or completely false. You say it just to enrage someone from the falsehood or the absurdity,
Views.
or the view, and then
Why would you want your face and
because nobody cares. Everybody forgets everything. Nobody cares. Like the internet is so. Remember, it used to be like the internet is forever. Well, now the internet is just a pool of trash. So
If this is rage bait, okay, fine. This woman posted it. It may or may not be true, but and it's gotten millions and 1000000s of views. I don't know where this woman's from, but we're playing it here in St. Louis.
right.
It's the largest radio audience out there.
And they're enraged.
And
Guys.
no, my point is she's not enraged, so she's posting this just to piss people off.
Yeah, that's rage bait.
But why would you want to be associated with that?
Because people are full of themselves and don't
Now
care.
you are you're the face associated with being a terrible wife.
People don't fame.
That doesn't, yeah,
We're a fame-obsessed culture. We don't care how we get it.
it's just numbers, man.
It's just like, do I get views? Do I get followers?
That's currency.
That's, social currency.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but it's facts.
Dude, half of
I want
selling.
to know what your impulse buy that got you to $400 at Target
Oh
was.
my gosh, we
Yeah, what was
we
it?
did do groceries there, so that took up a good chunk. We didn't go to
Yeah, it's
Schnucks
not a
that day.
cheap
Two
grocery
avocados.
place.
Come home
Right.
with a new Xbox.
I got a couple of baskets.
Oh,
What else
from
did I
the
get?
from the Chip Gaines.
Oh,
from the
yeah.
Chip and Joanna.
Oh,
yeah,
we're
I-
not talking about
I
this.
can't
I'm
go
not
down-
talking about baskets.
That's a
I
good
can't go
section.
down that aisle without buying at least
Me
4
neither.
things.
We're not going to
So-
go down the Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Oh yes, we
basket.
are. That's what I said. That's what Tim said. He goes, I don't want to go down the Joanna
Wait
Gaines
till
aisle.
you
Oh
see
yes,
the
we are.
Nate Burkus pet line at PetSmart.
Stop it.
And of course, I did get my dry food because I always pick that up and bring it home myself.
Okay. Let's talk about another issue that plagues a lot of people. And that's hemorrhoids, guys.
Oh.
Hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids. Yes.
I feel you, or I feel me.
Something nobody wants to talk about.
And we all
Hemorrhoids.
have them.
Someone sent us an email about that. Did you
What?
see it?
No.
Someone sent us a,
No, again, I'm going through all the stuff I didn't get to this week.
yeah.
So there was a big article about what makes you more prone to hemorrhoids. And what did this person say?
Someone specifically asked me and you, I think it was a number 2 show, that was like, since you're always on the toilet together, have you ever had a hemorrhoid? What did you do about it? It was very specific to
you and I?
To us,
Sitting
yeah.
on the toilet? Like the stalls? On set?
on set.
On the number 2 show set, which, I sit in there for 15 minutes, which, by the way, would be about 5 minutes too long, according to doctors, if you want to avoid a hemorrhoid.
Hemorrhoids.
I try not to look.
To see if you have one?
Yeah, I mean, I can't look anyway. I mean, can anybody see it? I can't see it.
Oh, you get a mirror out.
That's how I avoid it.
Or you're like Paul Rudd in This Is 40 whenever he's like, to Leslie Mann, his wife, can you come in here? And he's got his legs up in the air and he's pantless and he's got a mirror trying to look at his hemorrhoid.
His beehole.
And then she's got to look at it.
Yeah.
That's love
That's
right
love.
there.
I know.
That's love.
Yeah, I don't
Anybody
know-
had a hemorrhoid?
I don't know if
Of
I've ever.
course.
I don't know if I have ever had one.
Internal or external? Because they're different.
Whatever one
Really?
hurts.
I thought they were all external. That's what made it a hemorrhoid.
No.
That's when the blood vessel's on the outside, but
Oh,
you can get them on the inside of your anal tract.
Well, I had a.
And can you feel those or those?
They hurt, yeah. It's the same effect, like whenever you defecate, you will see blood because
Oh.
they burst.
Yikes.
Oh.
Okay,
Big
maybe I have
yikes.
not. I had a
Oh.
procedure and they said, hey, following this might have repercussions.
Yeah, no, my last colonoscopy.
Consequences and repercussions.
My last colonoscopy, the guy, the doctor was like, yeah, you got like an internal hemorrhoid. I go, what?
What the heck is that?
I got
It's the blood vessel is
what is
inflamed. That's what a hemorrhoid is.
Yeah, brother.
what?
Nothing.
You need more
You're a
fiber.
ticking time bomb, my man.
Damn. I'm just.
Did you get your colonoscopy scheduled?
No,
I feel like once a month we have to remind you.
I know. I should do that. But
Exactly.
there are, I guess, a lot of people showing up to the doctor these days, with severe hemorrhoids. And what's the number one cause?
Straining.
Too long on the toilet.
Too long on the toilet.
It's the phone. It's
The phone.
The
gosh
phone.
dang
It's the phone.
This thing is causing hemorrhoids.
Now it's affecting
It's
your
the
butt.
I
phone.
don't get that though. Are people pushing the whole time?
No, just I
They're
think
just
it's
sitting.
sitting.
Because you're-
Just sitting.
If
'Cause
you
you're-
think
you're
about
relaxed.
it, well, you're relaxed, but also things are spread out.
Right.
The cheeks are spread, and I imagine that is putting some strain.
Pesky,
How much are you guys
painful,
spreading your
itchy.
cheeks when you sit down? Are you guys like grabbing
Sometimes.
your asses and spreading them apart before you sit down? I think we're doing it wrong, guys.
No.
Well, how does
Well,
gravity
the seat
affect
does-
you?
The
seat
seat does it.
Right. Especially if you got one of those mush seats like at your
I
grandma's
understand
house.
that, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't feel like it's spreading
I'm
me to the
telling you
point
what
that
the
I'm
doctors are
ripping,
saying.
getting anal fissures or anything out of it.
It's not just a one thing; it's a combo of things.
Okay.
But the phone, being on your phone,
It's contributing.
is definitely contributing
Yeah.
to terrible hemorrhoids in America.
Low fiber, low water. You're not hydrated. You're pounding hot sauce like you're invincible.
Well, you're supposed to eat that.
That's what I think it is. My personal opinion
is what
I think we have like people will hurt themselves on hot. We're in the flaming Cheeto era of culture, where it's like people, even kids, dude, are just pounding these Takis and all
hot ones.
These things are hot ones, and the wing sauce at these places is like I went to that Chuck's Hot Chicken place last week to pick up chicken, and they had warnings on 4 and 5 where they were like, you have to sign something.
Right.
Well, when we did that Hot Ones challenge.
Wild.
Out at, Hot Shots.
You did here?
The contestants needed to sign something. Like, once you get past sauces, 6 and 7, like, it's... Yeah, but those are just what goes in hot, comes out hot. It's not causing hemorrhoids.
It's burning buttholes, though.
It's burning buttholes because...
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Those are two different afflictions, though.
I don't know.
Nerves. I see nothing about hot sauce on here.
Well,
it's a wild
I'd like
tango.
to see a study.
Okay.
I will do
commissioning a study.
Commissioning a study.
This article calls them pesky, painful, itchy, sometimes bloody nuisances.
Blech. By the way, if you see dark blood, that could be something else. Usually a hemorrhoid, when it bursts, it's bright red.
Okay.
It's a public service announcement.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
No, thank you. Hemorrhoids are a drag, guys. And your precious me time on the throne could be the big enemy. Experts say too much time scrolling through the phone, or does anybody really read a novel while they're on? No, everybody's on their phone. Too much time scrolling through your phone or engrossed in a novel while you're doing your business is a recipe for disaster.
Is this a topic that's out there a lot right now?
Hemorrhoids?
Yeah, I feel like I went 20-something years and never talked about hemorrhoids in public. And in this last week,
there's a lot of shame associated with.
Yeah. I was just at dinner, and a friend, I forget what he was responding to, but somebody asked something, I don't know, about moisturizer or something, and one of the dudes just chimed up and said, "Oh, I get hemorrhoids a lot," and blah 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 blah. And this is the second conversation in a week that I've had about hemorrhoids.
I'm glad people are talking about it.
I guess this is top of mind for a lot of folks
because it's a problem.
Well, yeah.
Free the hemorrhoids, dude.
He was so cavalier about it.
My dad was a Vietnam veteran and coal miner, and the only thing I ever saw that really put him down were his hemorrhoids. I remember my dad specifically having to lie in a bathtub with one of those inner tube things. He had to sit on one of those for a while.
Oh, yeah. The donut?
The donut.
This guy fought the Viet Cong.
And he
was hearing Credence in the bathtub with a butt donut on.
He was.
But a burning butthole took him down.
It took him down. R.I.P. Dad.
I was a tunnel rat in Vietnam. I'd gladly crawl back in there.
For real. His mother was in the bathroom with him. He was like a grown-ass man. I'm like, what's going on in there?
Whoa. What do they do? Now, honestly, I have no idea. So if you have bad hemorrhoids.
Yeah, don't they burn them?
I don't know. Do they?
I think they burn them off, like cauterizes.
Laser.
When they're really bad.
Yeah, my friend had to go get one of them hemorrhoid center places. He said they just laser them off. I'm sure there's a more prolific scientific term.
Was it? There was a hemorrhoid center that was advertising for a long time.
Yeah. It's killer.
Great jingle.
Killer jingle, dude.
Don't suffer in silence.
That's it.
That's the place he went.
Yeah, talk about it. Suffer and talk about it.
Oh, I'm suffering in silence.
What I'm talking about. Yeah, let's normalize it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, here it is. Midwest Hemorrhoid Treatment Center.
Don't suffer in silence.
You suffer from post-traumatic ass disorder.
Come have that stuff
P-tad.
burned right off.
I got that P-tad, dude.
They burn them off?
No, I don't know.
They don't have to. That's extreme.
That's what I'm envisioning.
Otherwise, they just shrink up and shrivel up on their own and go back inside of you.
Witch hazel, baby. I remember that. My dad always had witch hazel around when I was a kid, and I never knew what it was for.
It comes in like pads, right? Because that's for like pregnant cats.
Tux medicated pads, baby.
Dude, you're not lying. Pregnant ladies get hemorrhoids often.
Yeah, there's a couple people checking in.
Post-birth, post-birth. Yo,
it's the straining.
And the laser thing.
It's the pushing.
Maybe I think that because I've always had this visual when I first heard that, however many years ago, of somebody, because a laser don't stop, right? Like, so you can't. It's not like you can point down and laser something off, right? So you gotta. I always thought of somebody on their stomach, cheeked out like this, and like you gotta find like a straight line and somebody going like a lightsaber.
Laser. Yeah, I don't think. I understand why that picture's in your head. I think it's a little different than that.
It's got to be.
To you, it's I get it.
Somebody,
man.
Butt up.
Hey,
like
to
this.
a layman, we don't know. We're not laser guys. We don't know what's going on.
I don't know
man.
how to laser.
To you thought it was like the movie Entrapment, where Catherine Zeta-Jones' butt is going right by one of those lasers, but she just spreads her cheeks and gets a hemorrhoid lasered off by one of them.
I like to imagine it's Cyclops from X-Men being my doctor.
Exactly.
Takes the glasses off and then it happens. Yeah.
Oh, no, or like when Han Solo fires his gun in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, feels
Gone.
better.
All right, here we go.
Imagine it's the chef from one of them walk places. He's back there just with his implements of destruction.
You want to prevent hemorrhoids? Put down the phone.
No.
How are we supposed to watch the number 2 show?
Yeah.
Don't
Cut me into
strain.
my audience, bud.
Don't strain.
Now that I'll concur with.
And
Pushing like you're trying to launch a rocket is not the way to go.
Don't go cheap on the TP. Right?
They say use moist wipes. You dry toilet paper is like sandpaper for your bum. Treat yourself.
Hey, we're always talking about technology.
Eat
and
fiber.
This is a great opportunity to bring it up. I think about this, I don't know, a couple times a decade, half since I was little. We've pretty much advanced every bit of technology except for the wipe. When is that going to change?
What do you want from us?
I don't know, man. Demolition Man got me thinking with the 3 seashells.
Well, we're in the
Never
bidet.
seen that.
We're in bidet culture, dude.
Yeah, huh?
But bidet's what, a couple hundred years old. We're
new
Yeah,
here.
but it's becoming more mainstream here.
Yeah, I understand.
I think Americans are finally getting turned on to it.
But you don't bidet and then just, air dry and walk out and wobble out. You're still wiping. There's still paper products involved.
Dude, I think toilet paper technology has come a long way.
No, yeah? What, you got
Oh.
tri-ply
Dude, we
and
got
quilted?
like 3-ply,
You
4-ply.
call that tech?
Remember the old 1-ply Scott tissue?
You're getting played.
Horrible.
You're getting played. Where's the real tech? Where are the 3 seashells? I want some Demolition Man advances.
Well, they made the perforated line squiggly.
Right.
That's the most recent
That's the
development.
tech.
I was like, what is this for? I don't get it.
Well, yeah, Charmin just imprints their brand logo on the TP, and that is the
There's
technology.
one that has
call it
ripples
tech.
now, ridges. It's like you're wiping your butt with the Ruffles potato chip.
Yeah.
Good.
Ruffles have...
You're getting work done.
Charmin
I
has
guess so.
ridges.
You know what, though? That's for all of you folded paper people. There's those of us who bunch, and then there's those of you who fold.
I'm a folder.
And the bunchers
The bunchers. I don't know.
seem to have hemorrhoids, so I'm not saying
I'm
that's
a
a correlation, but it sounds like there's a problem.
They also say, okay, so don't strain, drink plenty of water, stay hydrated. Eat your fiber, fruits, veggies, whole grains are your friends. They'll keep things moving smoothly. Don't ignore the urge. Like, you got to go, you got to go. It's
Right.
like, holding it is like playing Russian roulette with your bunghole. And consider a footstool.
Oh, yeah, we have the
The
squatty
old
potty.
squatty potty, huh?
Yeah. It's
We
great.
got one. It's great. It may look weird, but it's going to help you with your posture and make things easier down there.
My whole thing with the squatty potty is it just looks too medicinal. I kind of want mine to have a little flair to it.
Well,
you
you
know?
could decorate yours.
Yeah,
I
paint,
guess I could.
Paint
paint
it.
it.
Maybe I will this weekend.
Yeah, you can make a squatty potty and just paint it all up. Maybe.
Yeah, add some flair to your squatty potty.
Hey, listen, and take a few pictures of it. You got an Etsy shop.
Am I going to open
Yeah.
up a homemade wooden painted personalized
Well, you
squatty
could buy
potty?
a whole bunch of squatty potties, decorate them, and resell them.
Would anybody want to buy one?
Depends on
I don't know
what
if
it looks
there's
like.
a market for it, but
What kind of art you doing?
$24.99. Inquire.
Can I get
Learn
one
at
with a-
1057thepoint.com.
Welcome to Shark Tank.
Can I get one with a dragon? I want
Yes.
something sweet, badass looking.
Do you want the dragon on the front or this where you put your feet?
That's a great question. I want the dragon.
Probably on the front.
I want the dragon going around it. Yeah.
probably on the front.
Around the whole
Because,
thing.
when you push the squatty potty up against a toilet, you're seeing the front.
I'm going to need a size 10.5 footprint, on the top to tell me exactly where I'm supposed to put my feet.
And it's
Okay.
a great idea.
I want one to look like the ledge of a building because every time you use one, you kind of feel like a gargoyle. You
Nice.
know?
Yeah, you're perched.
That's a good
Kind of
point.
perched.
Yeah, you're perched on the edge of a
Might as
building.
well look like it, too.
Yeah, make it look like the top of a castle.
Yeah.
It's just
Done.
a big stone.
Somebody look up hemorrhoid bandings.
No, that's like
I
where
will.
they
G
they tie a string and make it.
G in the
Yeah,
Twitter says,
they treat you like a Doberman.
I work for a gastro specialist, and tons of people do hemorrhoid bandings.
Yeah, that's true.
What is that?
It cuts off the circulation, so it just shrivels up and dies.
That's when everybody that has a hemorrhoid gets together in a group. It's a hemorrhoid band.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
So what are they? Can you do it yourself?
What's the matter?
There was one that was too real.
Can you do it yourself, or you have to go to a doctor for this?
Why is that guy? Look at that guy's picture next to hemorrhoid.
This guy? That's the face that you make while this procedure is
Yeah, hell with it. How mad would you be if
we have a Google image
why
search?
Why is my face coming up?
We have a Google image search here on the big screen.
Whoa,
some guys' faces.
Now I see the angle.
Killed you.
Oh, so you tie something around it and it like cuts off the blood supply?
Yeah.
Cuts off the circulation, then it falls off.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
What is that thing?
I don't know.
What's involved?
It does seem
That's an internal hemorrhoid. That's what you have, dude. That's what's going on.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, you like you're
you just tie
you're
it
making
off.
a balloon animal.
Yeah.
Like a balloon knot.
Yeah.
A balloon knot for your balloon knot.
It is.
All right, so you just tie it off and it just falls off? Okay.
Yeah.
You hope.
And you put it under your pillow, and the
hemorrhoid fairy.
The hemorrhoid fairy comes and leaves you $20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is right there. Oh, that's a...
Nice. Okay. Well, we're done with this.
Okay, thanks.
Who wants
Next.
to eat?
I meant to talk about this yesterday. Remember that woman who stole those chicken wings?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 11... Was it 11,000?
11,000 cases of chicken wings. $1.5 million worth of stuff from the Chicago City School District. Her name is Vera Liddell. So she's 68. She worked at an elementary school in Chicago. It was a suburb. Okay. She worked there for about 10 years. So she pled guilty to stealing millions in chicken wings over 19 months when she was the person that was in charge of ordering all the food during COVID. So I guess for some of these kids, they would still come to the school to get their meals and go back home when school was closed. Mm-hmm. So Vera was stealing wings. Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs is trying to get this woman out of prison. So she was just sentenced to 9 years behind bars for what she's done. So Chris Jones from the Chiefs, star player.
Yeah. Big time star.
Big time star for the Chiefs. He is trying to get her out of prison. He's offered to pay $1.5 million.
Wow.
He's like, I will pay for this woman for all that she has done just to get her out of jail. 68 years old, 9 years. I mean, that's
a death sentence almost.
Almost a death sentence. She'll get out. If she does serve her full time when she's 77 years old.
So, what? Why?
Why is he offered to pay?
Yeah.
I guess he feels bad.
So, wait. Tell me what happened again. She stole the stuff. For For what reason?
Yeah, here's the thing. Nobody knows where these chicken wings went.
That's what I'm telling. That's what I'm asking. So, did she steal them and sell them and make a profit? I mean, was it legit stealing? Or
feeding people?
Yeah. When I saw the headline, Chris Jones wants to bail her out and spend. And
Chris Jones offers $1.5 million for stolen wings to free woman from prison.
I thought for sure that I was going to hear you do the story and say that. Oh, it's because she was doing it and giving it away to
like a Robin
children.
Hood, rob from the rich and give to the poor.
Right.
Nobody has reported on where these wings are.
If that isn't the first thing that's just popping everywhere.
And I can't. And again, I've tried to do my research on this. Nowhere can I find where these 11,000 cases of wings wound up.
Okay, but can you find anything about why Chris wants to do this?
He says, I'll pay for the wings that she stole to get her free. He does just feel bad for her. Doesn't want this old lady to go to jail.
Why? Because she's old?
I guess so.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, there's probably some other things at play, I'd be willing to bet.
Court documents describe chicken wings as food typically served to students because the bones...
Yeah, they don't serve chicken wings at school, which is odd.
So maybe she thought they were going to waste, and she was like, I'm just going to take all these?
No. She was ordering them. Like, she was in charge of ordering the food. And during an audit, officials like, hey, we've gone way over our food budget. What's going on here? Oh, Vera has ordered 11,000 cases of wings, and they're gone.
And this is state money, right?
Yeah, school money.
Okay, so, again, why... When someone steals, never mind their age, because this should have nothing to do with it, except for that they're old enough to know better. why can somebody steal something, state money, tax money essentially, right? 11,000 cases worth,
$1.5 million.
But because it's a
that should have been going to kids who were wanting school lunch.
Older person, I mean, like that's gonna chomp into a budget somewhere.
Well,
Somebody has to pay something.
He just signed a $158.75 million extension.
Yeah, great for him. I'm happy. I'm just like I'm so confused as to why this has zero follow up or subtitle, as far as how.
Well,
what?
And here's the even sillier thing, and another point I want to bring up: she was already convicted. The justice system does not work this way. Yeah, like you're already convicted and sentenced.
Right.
It doesn't.
Oh wait. So maybe he's saying he's going to pay the whole, the $1.5 million.
He wants to pay the $1.5 million,
like restitution.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm going to pay
great.
what she stole.
Oh, okay, cool. Maybe
but then he wants her out
to get her free.
To get her free, he says, "I will pay what she stole to get her out."
Weird.
Which, unfortunately for both of them, that's not how this works.
So is he not going to pay it back?
Especially not after conviction and sentencing. No, he wants her out.
Maybe the better thing for him to do would be pay the money to the school.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
and what a wonderful thing to do.
Ultimately,
Right.
he may. I don't know.
Yeah.
What was her other charge for? Do you know? You said she had something on her record?
No, I didn't say she. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Just for this, she's got 9 years.
My guess, this is a guess, but my guess is he saw an elderly black woman getting a very stiff sentence while he watches people who steal a lot more money go free
and
because they have
may
good
be
lawyers.
That's
and he was probably like,
that's a heavy sentence.
Because it's a heavy sentence. Because if you see, I don't know if she's got priors.
I don't know either, but he was probably like,
if you look at her mugshot, she's like an old, old black lady.
She looks like a lunch lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the thought of her spending the next 9 years.
He was probably like, can I
She's in
just
her late
pay
60s.
this?
If you
And
sentence to 9, she'll probably serve 4.
that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like 9 is stiff. I
is a lot.
I think that's ridiculous. But at the same time, like,
Again, we don't know priors. I don't know if she's
I don't know
I don't know if she's
anything.
got a record.
except for $11 million of school money.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, $1.5 million.
It's a lot of money.
The state don't like you stealing from them.
Well, and I read more about the article, and it was not excusing it at all, but it was like during COVID and families were able to come pick up food.
Right, yes.
And a lot of families weren't coming. So I don't know if she was just like, hey, this is going to waste. I'm going to give it away. I don't know if she was stealing the wings and selling them out of her house. They don't really say.
Yeah, there's a
They just said she went over budget. The wings couldn't be accounted for. So I don't know if it was like during COVID. For all we know, dude, she could be like Robin Hood. She could have been out just dropping off wings to people, being like, hey, I cooked these all up.
But that's what I'm saying. We would have seen that.
I would think that would have been
That would
front
be
and
the
center.
headline. Robin
I
Hood
agree.
lady gets jailed for
But they haven't been able to say
feeding
where
homeless.
they went. Like, you asked the question when we covered it, and I thought it was a great question. Like, where'd they go? Where's the money?
We don't know.
The case of the missing wings.
Where
Why
are
didn't
the
she get a
wings?
better lawyer if she was sitting
Where
on,
are the wings?
Because if you stole 1.5 mil worth of wings and you turned them for a profit,
Yeah, man. Maybe she was, you know how, what is it, Pizza Hut? No. Showbiz Pizza has Pasquale's. Pasquale's wings and pizza.
It's
Oh,
like
no,
a
that's
ghost-
Chuck E.
yeah,
Cheese.
dude, it's that
What
ghost
is it?
kitchen.
That's Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese. What did I say? I don't
Yeah, that's the same thing with Denny's, man. I've been got on the road so many times where it's like, Cornelius says quesadillas. And it's
Right.
just, and I'm like,
Applebee's, damn
quesadilla place open late.
Right, maybe she was Tina's chicken wings on
Yeah, it shows
on,
up in a Denny's
Grubhub.
bag. Tastes like garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I looked. I don't know where these wings wound up. But Chris Jones wants to pay $1.5 million to Springer, but can't.
Can't do it that
Convicted,
way.
sentenced. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not the way it works. Not the way it works. Hey, speaking of food, I know, if we talk about Taco Bell, Rafe, you kind of, you shudder because you're a Taco John's guy, but
Yeah.
a lot of people are excited about this. A lot of people are when it comes to Taco Bell menu items and them taking stuff away, people get pissed.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with that particular fast food establishment.
They get a taste of deliciousness. They want to keep it.
But everything at Taco Bell tastes the same. And Moon's brought this up many times. It's just different shapes.
Yeah. It's all the same stuff.
It tastes the same.
Different shapes.
Different shapes and different textures.
Welcome to Taco Bell. What shape today?
Yeah. Well, Taco Bell announced they're bringing back one popular menu item from each decade, from the 60s through the early 2000s.
Wow, that's
People
cool.
are going nuts for this. So don't get too excited because it's not happening everywhere yet. They're testing it at 3 locations in Southern California for now and looking into doing it nationwide later this year. But everything on this list costs $3 or less. And most of these things haven't really been gone that long, but here are 5 retro items they are bringing back. Like from the 60s, they're bringing back the tostada. From the 70s, they're bringing back the green burrito. From the 80s, and our dear buddy Jeff Burton would be so excited about this, they're bringing back the Mexi Melt.
Mexi Melt was good. That was a good budget.
That was Jeff's like, they took away the Mexi Melt. Every time I go there, I ask for it. So they're bringing that back. From the 90s, the beef gordita supreme. From the early 2000s, the caramel apple empanada.
Remember that?
They pulled that in 2019. And it's the only dessert item on this list. But Taco Bell says the idea is meant for those who, quote, fondly remember these menu items and those who have yet to experience the delight.
That's exciting.
So maybe look for that soon. Food costs more than it used to back in the day. And if you're struggling with that, there is an option that's getting cheaper. There's just one minor catch. You'll have to eat all your meals at Chuck E. Cheese. So Chuck E. Cheese announced a new subscription program, which will reward people with discounted games and food. So there are 3 tiers, gold, silver, and bronze. The cheapest is $7.99 a month, and there's also an $11.99 a month and a $29.99 a month. The cheapest one offers 40 games per visit and 20% off most food, drink, and bonus games. I'll tell you, the Chuck E. Cheese pizza is not terrible. Have you had it?
I mean, probably 30 years ago, yeah. Not recently.
One of my kids had a party at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, recently?
No, when they were little kids, when they were young, like real young.
I
I
forget
forget why we did it.
I feel like Chuck E. Cheese could do whatever they want. They could change their pizza thing every 2 years. Nobody's going to know.
I forget. I think it was my daughter. And I was like, why are we doing this? This is like...
That's jail pizza. That's hostage pizza. You know what I mean? It might be good, but I don't know what it is. Because
Why
I
are we
was
doing
only
this?
I was only
They
eating
probably
it
changed
because
it.
I had to.
It's like, why are we doing this? I've never... this is like the cliche.
Yes, but everyone
And I'll tell
has
you
to.
what. I had a great time.
Yeah.
I had a great time.
Jumping in the
Animatronic
ball pit.
I had a
Pairs.
great time. I was in the ball pit. I was playing skee ball. I'm like, the pizza's not bad. You could go in every day, and you could bring up to 6 family members. They note that the cheapest plan is less expensive than Netflix, which is true. But with Chuck E. Cheese, you do have to commit to a whole year, which means you will have to go there a lot to make it worth it. So the bronze will run you about $96 total a year. The silver, $144, and the gold is $360. They say there's also added benefits like automatically being in the birthday club and discounts on the trampoline zone and the ninja run. So hey, look into that Chuck E. Cheese subscription.
You get free food?
You get a deep discount.
Hey, I hate to backtrack here, but a lot of people checking in on old Chicken Wing Gal.
Oh, so?
Saying that Fox 2 said that she was selling them to pay off gambling debts. Now, that's just what folks are saying.
Oh, so
we know how reliable
they
your
reported that
emails
this
can be.
morning?
I don't know. We had multiple. The only reason I'm bringing it up is because at least half a dozen were saying. Fox 2 specifically said.
Andrew on the instant feedback is like, the New York Times did an article about it. Actually says it's unclear what happened to the wings after she took them. That's why, listen, if the New York Times couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But Fox 2 could.
But Fox 2 in St. Louis?
You paid for it.
Elliot Davis is retired.
Was this his final thing?
Yeah, was this his final story? Elliot Davis's "You Paid for It" final story was the chicken wing woman.
He had to go into witness
Bless his
protection
heart.
after he busted the chicken.
Oh yeah, but he's
wing
saying
ring.
she was selling them and gambling.
Changes things.
Does that change things a bit?
Of course it does, yeah.
Yeah, but I will say this: Ghislaine Maxwell got a 20-year sentence and let's not delve too deep, but we know what she was convicted of.
Mm-hmm.
So it does seem like even with all that in mind, 9 years is a long time.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees there.
I'm not discounting the 9 years is a long time.
I think that's probably plays into a lot of what Chris Jones's mentality is coming from.
I'm just saying, if she's stealing the wings and selling them to pay off gambling debts, or just taking the money and going to the casino,
yeah.
Think about some of the crimes.
That's a bit different than Robin Hood.
And they also, and a few people checked in
agree.
and said that they work for the state or they work for schools, and it's almost always an automatic jail sentence if you steal from the school. If you do something that
You are taking away money from kids.
Kids, public, state, taxes. I mean, you're hitting society pretty hard if you're stealing from school. Come on.
Yeah, I don't care how old you are.
Oh, yeah.
But 9 years is a long time.
Yeah, I saw
9 years.
I saw that. I'm with you, man.
But it may be one of these mandatory.
Right. Rules is rules.
We have these on the books. If you steal a certain amount, you get a certain amount of years. If you go up to over $1 million,
that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
I still cannot find confirmation of this gambling.
Unless you work for
thing,
Enron.
except for our listeners.
Then you get a severance package.
Well, our listeners are always correct. We know that.
Of course.
Yes, and that's what
Infallible. Not to be questioned.
That's the only place I get my news is from our emails.
Yep. Our emails and yes, instant feedback.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Let's do this. And Team Rizz Member of the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Book your fantasy football draft party of the season at Hot Shots. Visit hotshotsnet.com/fantasy. From Lebanon, Illinois, Timothy Freeman is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Timothy has been a fan of both the Rizz Show and The Point since he moved to St. Louis in 2003. And he's encouraged plenty of his friends and coworkers to listen to the show over the years. His daughter is a Team Rizz member. That's great.
That is cool.
See, it's become a generational thing. That's awesome. And he loves how different the Rizz Show is from other morning radio shows. He's always finding us interesting and entertaining. Timothy's attended many Point Fests over the years, along with Point Big Summer shows, and hopes to meet the Rizz Show crew at future gatherings. Well, thank you, Timothy. Timothy Freeman from Lebanon is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get a super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we'll take our first break of the morning. We'll come back. We will find out who's moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoff. So Lern will read the two ads that, based on your votes, won the week, and then we'll get into crap on celebrities. It is 7:07. It's Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com. The first deal is the best deal. Everything is pretty clear on the roads as of now. Your point forecast, fairly normal August day today. Humidity will go down as the weekend unfolds, and Sunday's high is only going to be the mid-80s. Today's high is 93. Right now it's 72 at the Point Studio.
Yes, have some. You go.
Hey guys, it's commercial break. Make sure to like,
subscribe, and share. It's the best way to show your love for the Rizzuto Show.
So cheesy.
All right.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going.
Talking to you. As we get older, we don't feel as sweet as we once did. So if you're in your 40s, you don't feel as sweet as you did when you were in your 20s, or even in your 30s. You've slowed down a bit. Your workouts aren't as good. Maybe you're not the same man you were in the bedroom, and that's a problem. It could be you have low testosterone, and make an appointment with Mentality, and let's get you all fixed up. MentalityHealth.com. So Mentality, 2 locations, Chesterfield and South County. When you make your first appointment, we'll do a blood draw. Let's see, maybe it's your vitamin levels, or maybe it's your testosterone levels. And they'll customize a treatment plan for you. They will try to work with your insurance, and you'll be feeling like you once did 10, 15, even 20 years ago. Maybe it's TRT therapy. Maybe it's peptide therapy, anti-aging. Maybe it's for the ED, tadalafil. Or you heard of the weight loss stuff, semaglutide. They got it all at Mentality. So make it your mission this weekend. Take a look in the mirror and go, all right, this is not who I am. What's your potential? Mentalityhealth.com, mentalityhealth.com.
Joined in the point studio now by the mastermind behind Ghost, Tobias Forge. How are you, man?
I'm good, thank you. How do you do?
I'm doing really well. It's an absolute great pleasure to have you here, and the absolute ferocious fan base of Ghost has me completely petrified that I'm going to screw this interview up because they
then don't.
Right. Well, that's the idea. But it's one of those really great things in getting to talk about Ghost right now because you can just feel all the excitement and everything kind of not starting to come together, but just continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That has got to be an amazing thing for you to see on your side of things.
Of course it is. I mean, I've done many records in my life that had caused nothing, you know. So it's you never know how many times you will have this feeling. So I'm trying to sort of absorb it and enjoy it whilst it's here, and yeah, no, it's a fantastic feeling.
When I had read, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I had read, kind of when the process and the thought process for this was beginning, that you thought that you would have a certain audience that would dig it, that would enjoy it, and that it might even be kind of like sort of an art thing that you could potentially see at like an art installation. Are you yourself a little surprised that it is grown into what it has become now?
Yes. I mean, obviously everything is a gradual sort of these epiphanies of what you can achieve obviously comes gradually. And now obviously I know what took us here, but there was definitely a thousand things that I could never have predicted back in 2008 or 9 or 10 or 11.
R&R Tire Express. Once you experience the R&R experience, you will never buy tires the same way again. Now, listen, I know that they're not a sexy purchase sometimes. You're probably not thinking about your tires all that often, or maybe you are because you can hear them buzzing on the road in a way that you're not supposed to be hearing your tires. Maybe they're bald and you are just like trying to ride it out for every mile that it's worth. But let me tell you, that is extremely unsafe. It's just not smart. Now, at R&R, they have flexible payment options based on your budget. No credit needed. Everybody's approved. So you can put all those worries to rest. And don't let bad tires boss you around, especially when only $20 gets you started on a set of name brand tires at R&R Tire Express. $20. What does that come with? Oh, well, how about installation included? Mountain balance, you better believe it. Rotation, of course. Flat repair, yes, it is free. It is included. With a huge in-stock inventory of best-selling tires and wheels to choose from, their expert team is there to help you select the right product for your ride. You can even start on the website, rnrtires.com, put in your make and model and see what new wheels would look like. You can select different wheels and see what it would look like on your vehicle. How cool is that? Custom wheels and tires for your truck or car. Everybody needs a little R&R. rnrtires.com.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen, thank you so much.
That was
for
a
being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you very
excited.
much.
So to start, I actually have a prop because I met you guys several years ago. It was backstage at a show, and Luke, you had disappeared for a moment, and I missed an autograph on my favorite piece of merch ever.
Oh. Here we go.
There's a badge on your bag as well with the Struts on.
Wow.
So,
flag. The flag.
If you would be so kind, my friend.
Of course. Do you have a pen?
I do.
Yes, fantastic. Of course I will. That's been waiting there
Since
in
2019.
anticipation.
It's been on my wall, and I'm like,
Oh, it's a
damn
big
it, I
day.
don't have Luke.
Seize the opportunity.
Exactly. I have you guys hostage, so I kind of had to. Thank you so very much.
Pleasure. I'm sorry I didn't sign it
You
before.
had a show to get ready for. That's
I was
totally
getting
fine.
ready. Oh,
you
that
were,
makes
you
sense.
were. You didn't just like bail on me.
No. Okay.
So we got the Struts here. You guys have a lot of new things going on this year. You got a new label. You got a new logo. You got a new single, which I can only assume, is there a new album in the works?
Yeah, we've been, well, officially we started working on a new record like in February.
Okay.
And then we've sort of honed in even harder on the making of it since coming back to LA for the last, like,
I don't know.
2-3 weeks or so.
Oh, wow.
The aim is to get it done by the end of the year.
Perfect.
All polished and ready to go.
So tell me a little bit about the contrast in, I guess you're making an album the old-fashioned way versus during 2020 when the pandemic hit and you guys quarantined for 10 days and busted out an album.
Yeah, it's very different. It's kind of getting back to, I guess not what we're kind of used to, but maybe a way, well, we're basically doing it the way the first 2 records were kind of done. A bit more thought out.
Sure, less pressure.
We actually tried doing it the same way that we did Strange Days.
Maybe you're gonna hit up some open houses because you want to move. You're looking for that dream home. Maybe lay in bed this evening and scroll through Zillow and dream. We're not gonna rent anymore. We're gonna buy a home, build some equity. But what you should do first is actually call Kevin Putney first before you start looking for a house. Kevin Putney at the 123 Mortgage Team. Kevin will get you qualified and approved for that home loan. So, number one, you know how much house you can afford. And when you do find that dream home, and there's going to be multiple offers on the table because the house is so damn cool, you're going to be ready to go. You're going to be ready with that offer, front of the line. No having to wait, qualified, approved, good to go. And Kevin Putney will put the loan together that fits your needs. Everybody's loan is going to be different. My situation is different than your situation. Your situation is different from somebody else's situation. So Kevin is going to find that sweet spot, that perfect loan for you. So next thing you know, the moving truck's there, you're packing up, and you're moving to that new house. Kevin Putney, 314-862-0123, online at 123mortgage.com. It's Kevin Putney, equalizing opportunity, all loans subject to underwriting approval. Restrictions apply. Call for details. Cross Country Mortgage, LLC, NMLS 3029, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, 123mortgage.com, 314-862-0123.
By the one and the only Brent Smith of Shinedown.
I forgot how that song goes. All I heard was ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are the actual words?
I don't think anybody actually knows.
Is that Girls?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
There we go.
The program, phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow1057thepoint.com. Instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app. So Friday Fail Stories coming up. Rafe's E-Memorium, which a couple more people to add to that, like real R.I.P.
We had a long one. We had none last week, and this week made up for it. There are a lot of people passed away.
Yeah. A lot of people did. What else? I don't know. Grab on celebrities coming up. Maybe if you have time, we'll give away some tickets to stuff. What do we got, Moon? We got Blue October, Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, Blue October, Switchfoot, Matt Nathanson. That's tonight, boy. Smashing Pumpkins, that's next Wednesday, and then we also have Imagine Dragons. Well, I think we have one pair of Imagine Dragons tickets left.
Dude, on 141 up in Maryland Heights tonight, it's going to suck. You have Imagine Dragons over at the amphitheater, and then you got Blue October at St. Louis Music Park. That's all right there.
Yeah. Arrive early. Carpool.
Yeah, carpool if you could.
And anybody that calls in gets free tickets to Ballwind Days with Teenage Dirtbags tonight.
That's free?
Yeah, free.
Whoa.
As well as Lane Narrows at Schlafly Bottle Works.
That's right, tomorrow.
Can't be those prices, huh?
That's right. Free show tomorrow as well. Lane Narrows.
My son had a hockey practice last night at Centene, which is, St. Louis Music Park is attached to it,
right,
which is right next door to the amphitheater. So I'm driving on 141 and I see the road signs that say Green Day traffic. I go, crap, I forgot. Damn it.
No. That just means that there's no traffic. It's a green day.
It's
a go
I was like,
day.
damn it. I'm like, oh, crap. It actually wound up being okay. But I dropped the kid off. I was walking back to my car, and you could hear from Centene clearly what's going on stage at the music park. And I forgot Rancid opened.
Yeah, that's right. Tim Armstrong was
Heck yeah, man.
I forgot Rancid opened, and I'm walking on my car, and I hear the opening to Ruby Soho.
Yeah.
And it was clear as day. And I sat on the hood of my car, and I listened.
That's fun.
To Ruby Soho. And it sounded so damn good. I had FOMO.
Yeah. Heard it was a great show. You like the Transplants as well?
I've seen them with Travis Barker.
Mm-hmm. Loved them.
Diamonds and Guns was the big song.
Diamonds and Guns, that's right.
But they sounded so good, and I'm hearing great reviews from that show last night. They played Dookie in its entirety.
I know. And American Idiot. And they went back to Insomniac. I mean, you heard the hits last night from Green Day. High energy.
Well, and that's what you want. Green Day is one of those bands where you want to hear. They have so many.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's a new one. Time to go to the bathroom.
That's right.
Oh, here's something from our new record. Time to go to the bathroom. Time to get in line for a drink while they play this new one. By the way, a bunch of people checking in about the lady up in Chicago who stole those wings.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, this person says they run food services for Parkway. So the crime she did is not a state crime, it's federal. K through 12 food service gets a federal reimbursement rate per reimbursable meal. So she essentially stole $1.5 million of federal money. And they don't mess around. Mm-hmm. And Rafe brought up a good point during the break. So if she did a federal crime, she's getting all 9 years.
Yeah, that's day for day. There is no... Federal convictions are day-for-day sentencing.
That's a fact? I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. So, like, if you get, state and county, I believe you can get good time and have your sentence reduced. They don't typically do that on federal cases.
I also read in one of these articles quotes from her saying that she is extremely, extremely remorseful. Can't believe she did this. So maybe...
Well, that should cut some time off.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, it does seem like she... What it seems like is there may be a gambling addiction of some sort that has
but if it's federal,
ruined a life here.
Yikes. All right, let's shut down the votes for the Craigslist Freak of the Week. It's playoff time. So 4 past champions going at it. 2 of the ads based on your votes. Moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. And here's how it all shook out. In 4th place with 6.3% of your vote, we say goodbye to nominee number 2, George W. Shush.
Oh, yeah. This is the... no.
This is the squatter.
This is the guy that lived above the bar and was looking for a new roomie for $250 a month. You were also going to stomp on his testicles at least once a quarter, but shut up.
Yeah, you got to be quiet.
Don't you make a sound or we're both getting kicked out of here.
Yep. $250 a month, though. I mean, they got a TV, which you have to listen to with no volume.
Right. Only on subtitles.
Oh, watch with no volume. Sorry. So, George W. Shush, we say goodbye to that person. We also say goodbye to nominee number 3 with 15.1% of your vote, Rafe Williams.
This is a person looking for a puppy. Needs to be a boy and needs to be leash trained. You can't just bark to be let outside all day like my last pup did. Yes, I'll feed you. I now have hardwood floors, so a little piddle is okay. This is just, I'm a guy or a gal looking for, looks like some role play stuff, dog style. Yeah. Gonna feed you the good stuff though, the Rachel Ray wet nutrition.
Well, so there were 2 animal role play ads in this week's group of finalists, and only one could go through, and one did go through. In 2nd place, moving on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs, nominee number 1 with 31.7% of your vote, Pray Leota.
Where are my animals at? Man looking for anyone, 49 years old, Winnipeg. I'm looking for a real animal, not another furry. I get the furry thing, kind of, but it doesn't do it for me. It's all kind of silly and childish. It's too animated and cartoony. I do like the animal fantasy, though. If you have any sort of realistic-looking animal costume and want to get primal, I'm your guy. I don't have the money to buy the suits that turn me on, but I know that you're out there. I don't want a werewolf. I want the wolf. A real hunted bear skin may even work for a costume with some alterations, and I can help. Send pics of you in the costume so I can approve it. Once I give the okay, be ready. Ready for survival of the fittest. He who spreads his animal seed the farthest and longest will survive. You're going to run wild in the woods behind my house. I'll hunt you and then ravage your lifeless body. So hot.
So hot.
Bring your animal instincts and I'll show you the real wild. No hate mail. Come at me, animals.
There we go. Moving on to the next round. That is Preliota. And your winner with the most votes, with 46.8% of your vote, Flo Pesci.
One woman's trash is another man's gold. Man for woman, 35 years old, Calgary, Alberta. First-time poster here. I'm not sure if this is too out there or not. I'm a newly single guy in the market for an open-minded woman. I'm the only guy in a family of all sisters. Am I a monster for being super horny when I see feminine hygiene products in the little garbage can by the bathroom sink? This fed of mine started as a kid after being super curious one day. When I unfolded that wrapper and saw what the tampon looked like, my life changed. I'm so aroused even thinking about it. My last wife wasn't into it. That's one of the reasons why we're not together anymore. Even if I don't find a lady on here who will accept me for me, maybe you're willing to sell me your used pads and tampons. You're going to throw them out anyway. Why not make a couple of extra dollars? A side hustle. I'm almost 2 years single now, and I miss my monthly gifts. I'm a subscriber to your menstruation. What I do with what you throw out is my business. I can offer you a $25 Visa gift card for every monthly exchange. I am up to negotiate. Sorry, it can't be more, but I'm working 2 jobs at the moment, and it's hard to make ends meet. Alimony and child support are a bitch. Thanks for your time. Richard. Roger, I mean.
Roger.
I like how Roger was like, I'm willing to negotiate. Sorry, it's not going to be more.
Right.
Basically, we'll negotiate something else. Maybe get some slippers.
Yeah.
Because $25 is all you're getting.
That's it.
Okay,
well, congratulations, Flo Pesci and Preliota.
Yeah.
The 2 good fellas moving on to the next round.
That's right. And the next round will be...
Well, next week. So next week's first round matchup?
Yes, next round is a first round matchup between Dennis Prodman, Saxon Pollock, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Rascal Fats.
All right. Should be a good one. Should be a good one next week. Hey, do you guys know anybody? Now, listen, it's an election year. The race to the White House is heating up. Political ads are on TV, social media, basically everywhere you look. And the news, of course, is pretty much all election focused. Mm-hmm. Do you know anybody that is just obsessed with the news that just cannot shut it off?
Yeah.
Like news obsessed? Mm-hmm. And now they're saying like, hey man, people with an obsessive urge to constantly check the news are more likely to suffer from stress and mental health issues like anxiety. Duh. Like, do you know somebody who's obsessed with watching the news? Do they channel flip or keep it on one network? I think we all know somebody who's like that. Either Fox News, they're Fox News specific, or CNN specific, or MSNBC specific. Mm-hmm. It's bad for their health.
Yeah, for everyone.
Well, especially now, because nobody's about the news. It's all about riling up a base.
Yeah.
It's a new sport.
Yeah. I saw something on social media, which I rarely see. Something that I'm like, oh, that seems reasonable. Someone was like, if you already know who you're voting for, turn it off. Save yourself. Like, because half the people already know. They're going to vote one way or the other. They're not going to be swayed. They're just on there to argue. It's like, if you already know who you're voting for, whatever election, whether it's presidential, gubernatorial, or local school board, turn it off. And don't look at it. And don't seek it out. And just go vote.
Yeah.
And you'll be much happier, and you'll be less stressed. And I'm like, that actually kind of makes sense.
It does make sense.
It does. Because the rest of it is just a rage machine to get your rating.
Because what do you think the actual undecided voter? 20%?
Maybe.
I think most people
probably
already know.
And there's only so much news to report. And in these 24-hour channels, they're just either regurgitating stuff or making stuff up.
Yeah.
And it's just talking heads just talking endlessly in circles. And you want to talk about rage bait? There you go.
Yeah, it is.
All that stuff is rage bait. So if you know the person, my point of bringing this up is, and again, research says that people with an obsessive urge to constantly check the news more likely to suffer from stress and mental health issues like anxiety. If you know somebody like this, encourage them to, hey, give it a rest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take a break.
And if you have to have somebody chirping at you at all times because that's some part of your addiction or something, put on Sports Center. Let that circle just go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you think like, oh, nothing could be worse than 4 hours of Sports Center. And I love Sports Center. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but at some point you just realize you're just in a circle of numbers and stats. You know?
I haven't watched Sports Center in a long time.
But you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you watch it and you go, oh my gosh, I already
Sports
seen
Center,
this segment.
When we were coming up, when we were younger, Sports Center was the thing. You knew all the anchors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You knew.
And they kept it exciting. They definitely kept it exciting. Want to answer that?
Why is the hotline ringing?
Oh, it's a mystery guest.
Oh, I have a mystery guest?
Yep.
Did you on that hotline bling?
I love the face that you made, though.
Am I picking this up?
Please answer
You should
this.
probably pick that up.
Here, I'll answer it.
Hello, mystery guest.
Hello. Happy
Oh, Mom, okay.
Roseanne!
I'm like, who? I'm like, the hotline's ringing.
Yeah.
Who is calling?
It's your ma.
Oh, Mom, hi.
It's your mother.
I know.
from New York.
I know. As soon as you opened your mouth, I knew.
Was she trying to disguise her voice at all?
Yeah, she came in
You
hot.
can't
I love
disguise
it.
your voice. You'll be here, what, next week?
Next Saturday.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
flying in.
Yes.
Can't wait. Everybody's excited.
Hi,
Everybody's-
Roseanne. Can't wait to
everybody's-
see you.
Everybody's excited
Hello.
for Grandma to
Hi,
come
Mama
to town.
Rizz.
Yes.
Hello. Yes, well, think about what you want me to make you for your birthday dinner,
All right.
even though it's a week late.
I know, that's fine. So
What do you want?
I don't know.
Yeah, what do you love that your mom makes?
Wow, what am I having? I mean,
Say-
are you making meatballs?
Say
Mom?
lasagna and invite me. Say lasagna and invite me. Come on.
Lasagna's a whole thing.
Yeah, a whole
You're,
thing.
all,
It's
you're
great.
all invited. You're
Thank
all
you.
invited.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You know what? If you make lasagna, Ma,
Okay, if that's what you want me to make, yeah, I'll make it.
then everybody's got to come over.
Oh, heck,
All right.
Looks like it's a party.
heck yes.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
you don't eat meat.
I'll eat meat for your ma.
Oh, you really will?
I'll eat a salad while you guys eat lasagna.
Oh,
You
come on.
break edge.
I'll
That's
taste your
not the
mom's
same thing.
lasagna.
It's not the same thing.
That's
You
literally
can
two
scrape
different things.
you can scrape the meat off.
No, but you
All right,
can't do
Roseanne, I'll
that.
do
You're-
it.
No.
No, your ma said I could.
You
so I'm
can't
doing
do
it.
that.
No, I'm doing it.
The chef is making it a certain way.
The chef just said I can do what I want. How exciting is that?
The chef is making it a certain way. She wants it to be enjoyed that way. You can't scrape
It's
the
been
meat.
12 years. I'm not doing it for
You can't-
nobody.
You can't scrape the meat off
You
it.
could scrape it onto my plate.
There you go. He'll eat my scraps.
All right, whatever. You want me to make you a special one without the meat?
You see? So this is
Yes,
what happens.
Roseanne, I would.
See, this is what happens.
I would
I
love
don't
that.
eat meat, so I need special things done.
It's my birthday too, I guess.
Everybody's got to bend to the person who doesn't eat meat.
Sorry.
I don't eat meat. Make me something special.
Well,
Maybe
you
she
know,
make-
you,
maybe
you
she'll make
have
you
to
something
be,
special.
you have to accommodate the guests. So,
This woman
you
is.
know,
Yeah.
if she's going to be over,
host.
I have to make her something that she's going to eat.
What a great
God
mom.
bless
How'd
her.
you miss that lesson?
Right.
What?
That you got to accommodate the guest. You're yelling at your guest right now. You just invited her and you screamed at her.
Yeah, but it's like if I make a steak and you ask for A1.
Actually, anytime that we've ever had a plan, you're like, what do you want to eat? You have always been accommodating.
I try to accommodate.
very
But if
Come on, we're Italians. We do that.
Yep.
you
you
have
know?
to. But we have a hard shell exterior.
It's true. And we love that about you.
I may be and moan about it, and I'm not saying that word, but because I know you're on the air. But I'll do it anyway. So.
Okay, that's very nice of you, Ma.
Yeah, your mother
All
wanted
right.
to call because your birthday's tomorrow.
My birthday's tomorrow. I'm going to be at the lake tomorrow.
And
Yeah, be at the lake.
Mrs. Rizzuto is opening up an entire show full of mystery guests today and surprises for Scott Rizzuto today. So this is the first of many things that are happening to you today.
All right. All right.
Are you kidding?
Mystery guests.
We have one more mystery guest.
More than one?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm going to hang up. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next week.
Heck yes. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Mom.
Love you.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Enjoy.
All right.
I'll talk to you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so keep that hotline hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the next one is going to come around 8:30, just to give you a plan.
Oh God! Now my heart is. Well, so in the studio here we got the hotline lights. It's the special.
That's right.
Bat phone, and it was ringing. Who the hell?
Dude, the face you not only did you make a face, you did the hand. You did the, what is this?
What is this?
What
This
anybody
is
want to
new.
tell me what this is?
This is the. 8:30?
That's what happens when your birthday's on a Saturday. We got to celebrate you on a Friday.
Oh, man. My hotline's ringing. Can you give me some audio?
Oh, can you get some audio?
My hotline's ringing.
Okay.
Huh.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
Rizz. Happy birthday. I'm a moose. I'm just kidding, dude. It's me, King Scott. You know, your buddy, your best buddy in the whole wide world who wishes he was there right now in person to give you a big hug, a big kiss, and say, happy birthday.
Oh.
I really miss you. And I know you miss me, too, because you've called me a lot this week.
Aw.
And I do apologize that I just happened to be out of town today. I want to say one thing, is that I want to give you a huge gift. Something that you will hold on to forever and ever. So if you can get that goo button ready, this will be wonderful, and I hope you can enjoy what I've wrapped up for you.
Okay.
Ben Affleck turns 52 today. He will not be spending it with his significant other because Matt Damon is out of town. Nicole Kidman prefers driving her Subaru more than her Lamborghini. For more irrational life choices by Nicole Kidman, Google Tom Cruise. That's right. Okay. And finally, the Dallas Cowboys are the first sports franchise to top a $10 billion valuation. To put that in perspective, that's $1 billion for each playoff win they've had in the past 25 years. May the goo be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
I feel
you.
like I'm really talking to him.
Well, Rizz, happy birthday. Can't wait to see you. I'll head straight to your house as soon as I'm in town so we can celebrate in person, and it'll be fun. Let's go ice skating or something. All right, I'll see you then. Much love.
We bought that on Cameo.
$1 on Venmo.
Oh, King Scott. Love you, buddy. You're not invited for lasagna, by the way, because you have to be in the studio.
Oh, to be invited?
To be invited.
Oh, dang.
Physical
Yeah,
invitation.
you have to
tickets.
be here. You had to be here to be invited, so.
Well, that was nice.
Man, I'm going to have people over.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Better
Us
clean the
people,
house.
too. These types of people.
You know what?
What?
If my mom's making lasagna, we'll get out the good china.
What? This is exciting.
We'll get out the good china, guys.
Okay.
Mom's lasagna can only be eaten off of good plates. Mm-hmm. Because that's a real treat.
It's true.
It's actually pretty exciting. You know, all jokes aside, just the hearing her accent and knowing that lasagna's coming from there, whoo, gets me hyped, dude.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
I think
it's a good accent. Your mom's got a cool accent.
We were out somewhere. We were out somewhere, and
we're getting off.
We were at the buying meat, and the guy behind the counter goes, "You're not from around here, right?" And she goes, "You think?"
You think? Let's go. Give me the salami.
You think? All right. So 8:30. I'll look forward to the hotline ringing and
All right.
seeing who's on the other end. What treat?
I actually have to call the mystery guest because they're that big.
What?
They didn't want to call in. They go, call me.
Oh, whoa. Okay. All right. All right, today is August 16th, obviously the day before my birthday. Here's what happened back in the day. 104 years ago, 1920, New York Yankees pitcher Carl Mays killed a guy with a fastball that struck his left temple. His victim, Ray Chapman of the Cleveland Indians, became the first and only guy to ever die from a major league pitch, which that to me was fascinating.
Wow.
76 years ago, 1948, Babe Ruth dies from throat cancer at the age of, how old was Babe Ruth when he died?
Oh, man, you know, I'm going to say 58.
58, any guesses? Babe Ruth?
45.
Oh, he's older than that.
Well, I know he looks older
He
than
looked.
that.
He always looked old.
I'm going to say 55.
He's 53.
53.
That's very young.
68 years ago, 1956, horror film star Bela Lugosi died of a heart attack at the age of 73. He was buried in his Dracula costume, and legend has it, during the funeral, Peter Lorre turned to St. Louis's own Vincent Price and said, quote, "Do you think we should drive a stake through his heart just in case?" 62 years ago, 1962, Pete Best fired as drummer for the Beatles. 2 days later, Ringo would officially join the band. 49 years ago, 1975, Peter Gabriel leaves Genesis. 47 years ago, 1977, Elvis Presley dies at the age of 42 in his Graceland mansion. He had suffered a coronary arrhythmia. At the time of his death, Elvis Presley's colon was twice its normal size due to a buildup of, quote, white fecal matter.
That's bad.
Yeah, they say he was on so many opiates that he just couldn't go to the bathroom.
Clogged him up.
But he had hemorrhoids.
Oh, God.
Definitely.
41 years ago, 1983, Paul Simon marries Princess Leia, Carrie Fisher. The Force was not with them because they divorced a year later. Do you know who now Paul Simon is married to?
I don't.
She was in a band, the New Bohemians, Edie Brickell.
Oh.
Remember that song?
Mm-mm.
What I am is what I am, and what you are.
Oh, yeah, Eminem covered that, I think,
Nope.
right?
That's
I am whatever
Nope.
you say I am. If I wasn't,
And 6 years ago today, 2018, Aretha Franklin dies from pancreatic cancer at the age of 76. And that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
And we're going to start with this. Hope Green Day was fun for all of you last night. Billy Joe Armstrong stopped by Killer Vintage Guitar Shop to buy some things and show off at Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. Moon, you saw the guitar that he bought?
yeah, he got a Les Paul Jr. He must have 50 of those.
Really?
Things now. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Mark Quinn of El Monstero and Celebration
Yeah.
Day posted a photo with them. And how
So
cool
he
is
just,
that?
see, I wonder if he just comes in or he calls ahead.
I don't know.
I bet you they call ahead.
You think?
I bet you he has one of his people call ahead.
See if they
think so,
got
man?
what the
Yeah.
stock is, maybe.
Yeah, I will bet you that. Like, hey,
Do you have any Les Paul Juniors?
no, Billy Joe Armstrong's going to come in.
You got an amp too? Shoot, I forgot what kind of amp, but yeah, cool stuff, man. That's a cool shop.
And I love that he just went in. Even if you called ahead or just went in, I think that's really neat that he shopped
Does he
locally.
do that in every city?
I don't know.
Or is it-
Buy a Les Paul Jr.,
I've
I
never
wouldn't
been
be
to, was it Killer Vintage?
Killer Vintage, yeah.
Is that a special guitar store?
Super sick, yeah, dude. I mean, obviously a lot of vintage stuff. I've had some work done on guitars there. I mean, it's a place where you go in and if you know what you're talking about, you look around going, oh my gosh, there's some cool stuff in here.
For sure. Now, if you need more Green Day in your life, next Tuesday, a limited edition Green Day Keurig machine will be made available at Keurig.com.
Whoa.
It's $160.
Merchandising.
It's very punk rock.
So punk rock.
So punk rock in that Keurig. It's like the most
So punk rock, guys.
non-punk rock
That is
coffee
Keurig
ever.
machine.
My buddy works for Igloo, and he puts together like these types of things. And he did a Green Day Igloo, you know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
the cooler,
The little
and it's got
coolers.
speakers on it, but
I
it's like
love
an
it.
old classic look with the little button and the
Yeah.
woo-woo.
Iron Maiden's got them too.
Yeah, they're
It's awesome.
they're awesome looking. And he's the one that's in charge of putting
So
those
edgy.
together. So
I
he
wish-
just does his favorite bands.
I wish
Keurig
more bands
machine.
would go. Like, I'm waiting for like a Deftones Igloo or an
Oh,
Aerosmith
yeah.
one. I would buy
Listen,
one.
I'm not crapping on him for doing it. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, I'm all about it.
Hey, has Kiss ever had a coffee Keurig? Probably not.
I bet you they do.
Now they
But the
will.
fact that, Green Day started out as this,
Against the establishment.
against the establishment punk rock band from, the Bay Area, and now they're hawking Keurig machines. Love
Very
it.
interesting. Ozzy Osbourne has announced that he will attend his induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in October. It's not been clear if he would go because he was waiting for his doctor to sign off on him being healthy enough to. But yesterday he issued a statement saying, "It's still hard to believe that I'm about to be a two-time inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm really looking forward to attending the induction ceremony in Cleveland this October. And more importantly, I am blessed to have such an amazing career with amazing fans who have stuck by me through thick and thin over the
I
years."
bet you he'll perform.
I bet he will too. And that will be the final time we see him on a stage. I just really think he's got maybe one more performance in him, and that might be it. So you'll have to be watching. Epiphone in guitar news has announced that Dave Grohl's signature Pelham Blue DG 335 guitar is back in stock. The guitar is running about $1,300. It sold out quickly when it was first announced back in March. Also, Epiphone Les Paul that Noel Gallagher used to record Oasis' debut album, Definitely Maybe, is going up to auction in London on August 29th. It's expected to fetch more than $100,000. Riot Fest is moving back to its original location at Chicago's Douglas Park on September 20th through the 22nd, when the lineup, which includes Fall Out Boy Beck, Rob Zombie, and many others, was first announced. Organizers said that this year's event would be staged at the SeatGeek Stadium in Bridgeview, Illinois. And when they said that, they're like, we want to make it into a safer area. Douglas Park is kind of a sketchier part of Chicago, even though that's where Riot Fest has been this whole time. Now they're moving it back there. So I don't know what really happened.
So who's playing? So remember our buddy Luke Spencer was here
Yeah.
Maybe a month or two ago, and we gave away tickets for Riot Fest. And by the way, Luke's coming back at the end of the month. So who's playing? Remember, we gave away tickets and we didn't know who's playing.
Yes, Slayer's playing, Fall Out Boy, Rob Zombie, many others.
Okay, it's a pretty decent
Yeah.
lineup. Yeah, this was like one of those Slayer one-offs.
Yes, like one of 3 or 4 festivals they're playing. Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson's son, Brandon Lee, was kicked out of the Sherwood Oaks Country Club in Thousand Oaks, California, after a verbal altercation with another club member. The member started filming the son of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, allegedly driving his golf cart too close to the green. Lee saw that he was being filmed, confronted the guy, and while a source told TMZ that Lee didn't know that he was breaking any rules, the country club's board decided to boot him after seeing the video and after complaints of him being rude to staff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a little more to. You don't just throw a guy out of a country club, especially the son of 2 famous people, because he drove his golf cart too close to the green.
Lee said that he's reportedly blindsided by the board's decision to revoke his membership. So that sucks. The New York Film Festival will host 2 rock docs between September 27th and October 14th. You'll be able to see Elton John, Never Too Late. That was co-directed by Elton John's husband, David Furnish, which follows the singer-songwriter during his farewell Yellow Brick Road tour. And then this other documentary on the Beatles called Twist, Things We Said Today, follows the band during their 1965 trip to perform at the Shea Stadium. Rest in peace to Jack Russell, the singer of Great White and later Jack Russell's Great White, died at the age of 63. His death comes just a month after he had announced his retirement from the road due to Lewy body dementia.
That's what Robin
really
Williams
sad.
had.
It was, yeah. And, you know, I was looking it up. I mean, you start to have atrophy of your body. It just isn't good. And I just feel terrible. Like, he's 63 years old. He just announced he's off the road.
It affects your cognitive stuff, so you don't think, it affects your thinking.
Right. And your ability to, like, swallow and things.
It's a horrible, you wouldn't wish this upon anybody, but Jack Russell, I'm sure lived with a lot of guilt after the Station Club fire, because remember, Great White was the band that was playing when they had the pyro inside when they shouldn't have, and the nightclub in Rhode Island. Burned to the ground with people inside.
Right.
He was able to escape. One of his band members wound up dying, but I can't imagine the guilt this guy had to live with.
Right.
For the rest of his life after that happened, and always being questioned about it. Anytime that guy's name comes up,
synonymous with that.
You think about the station fire in Rhode Island. But Great White, I mean, if you were to, one song was probably their cover of Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
So good.
And you guys know, Moon, you know this song?
Maybe, but I did not know it was a cover.
Ian Hunter. Yeah. I like Rock Me. That was my favorite Great White song.
Let's get
like, rock me! Rock me like a hurricane!
Nope.
That's Scorpions.
Okay. Let me think.
Times were getting hard for you, little girl. I'm a humming and a strumming all over God's world.
Remember this, Rafe?
Please, this is his theme song.
Gotta watch the drummer before he gets his hands across the state line. Great line.
We'll get to the hook here. And Jack Russell was not with Great White when he passed away, right?
He started his own Jack Russell's Great White side project.
Jack Russell's Great White. Yeah, tickle them ivories.
Tickle them. DuQuoin State Fair. Bullet Boys just opened.
Yeah, I love this. I like it.
All right.
Listen to Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Russell is survived by his wife of 12 years, Heather Ann Russell, and a son named Matthew Hucko. In TV news, multiple people have been arrested in connection with Matthew Perry's death. Now, as you know, Perry was under the influence of ketamine when he slipped underwater in his hot tub and drowned. He had been undergoing ketamine therapy for anxiety and depression, but had not had a session in a week and a half prior, meaning the drugs in his system were not prescribed. Now, according to TMZ, multiple law enforcement agencies have picked up a number of dealers and at least one doctor. Apparently, a search warrant turned up text messages discussing Perry and how to get him the drugs that he wanted. The gossip site also said that authorities got a warrant for Brooke Muller, Charlie Sheen's ex, but she wasn't connected to the Perry case. And Matthew Perry died last October 28th at the age of 53.
They arrested his assistant.
Yes.
Who they say injected him with the fatal dose. And he was getting his drugs from somebody called the Ketamine Queen.
Damn. So that's the drug dealer that...
The drug dealer called the Ketamine Queen. They raided her house and they found, it was a pharmacy of just illegal stuff. But the assistant is the one that injected him with the fatal dose. And they have screenshots of text messages.
Yeah.
That say
saying like, this moron wants more drugs, referring to Matthew Perry, to the drug dealer or some middleman, and then saying after he died, delete this.
Wow.
Delete all this correspondence. Yeah, they called him like the assistant called him a moron.
That's terrible.
Like the moron wants more drugs.
Oh, man.
That's awful.
And they say he was never really clean, Matthew Perry.
Like when he said he did get
when
clean?
he said he was clean. He may have been clean for a little while, but
is that
towards the
speculation? No, I
end-
mean, who knows that? I mean,
Probably his assistant.
You
probably
think?
the assistant. Who
calls him a moron? I don't know if I would trust somebody that's like judging him that harshly.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is sad. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't think there will be late night television shows on networks in 10 years. Kimmel was on a podcast this week. He admitted, he says, it used to be Johnny Carson was the only thing at 11:30, and so everybody watched. And then David Letterman was on after Johnny, so people watched those two shows. But now there's so many options. And he also said that the urgency to tune into late night has been lost since shows are broken down into smaller clips on YouTube, like Reels and TikTok, immediately after airing. And he says once people stop watching it when it's on the air, networks will stop paying for it to be made.
Yeah, the clips they put out get more views than the people actually watching the show.
Right. It sucks.
And, now it's, do you know who number one is? Who the number one late night talk show host is?
Or Fallon?
No.
No?
I think it's Colbert.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
I think it's Colbert.
Because he's been he's been in number one spot for a long time.
Wow.
Like since 2016, I feel like.
Good for him.
Wow.
I just wouldn't know.
He is the best one.
Wow.
I think.
I feel bad, though.
I haven't watched a late night talk show in
yeah,
a long time.
We don't stay up for it.
I would agree. He's right because I was talking to some comedians. It used to be like a late night set could change your career. It's not like that anymore. It's still cool. I would take if the Tonight Show wanted to put me on, I'd go do it. But it's like you used to be able to ride the wave of like, oh, George Clooney is the guest. And now 20 million people wanted to see this Clooney interview, and they're going to see me do stand-up after that, and it's going to change your visibility. But now everything's clipped up, and people go watch it online. So if Jennifer Lawrence is a guest or George Clooney's a guest, they're not watching your stand-up set. It's a separate thing that's been clipped out. Then maybe if your clip hits on Instagram, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, same for bands.
Yeah,
like I don't
exactly.
Even if I
Yeah.
had a favorite band and somehow I caught wind that they'd be on some late night show, I'd be like, yeah,
You'll
right.
check it out tomorrow.
I don't want to see them awkwardly play some late night show. And I played late night shows, and it's different. It's
Yeah, I was-
bizarre.
Because I was talking to some comics, and I was like, if right now, tomorrow, you're like, you could go do The Tonight Show, which used to be the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
Or you could go do Hot Ones, but you have to make a decision right now. What would you take? And every comic said they'd do Hot Ones because the visibility's more.
And it's not scripted. There's no pre-interview. Podcast too is a way to intimately get to know celebrities even more at a human level, and that's what's been so interesting in the ethnography of celebrity. People want to know who they really are, and it's not just about their craft. So,
what bands are playing late night shows? Because it used to be bands that were like doing well, but on the come up, and every once in a while they'd have a giant hit.
Still are.
It was a huge
they
thing.
all do. I see it every morning on our prep websites. Like,
I still look up interviews. Like if Kate Hudson or somebody that I love's on, I'll go look it up.
Interviews, yeah. Because that's,
But you seek it out for people you like.
Yeah, but the interviews are all the
that's
same.
different.
They're all promoting crap. It's these like stupid canned questions and answers. You don't really learn anything anymore.
But I'm also a fan of late night television like that. I love David Letterman's story and Conan's story. I like the whole glamour of the late night program. So I do watch a little bit for that.
It is glamorous to us, but our kids, if my son's favorite band was playing on that, they'd be like, yeah, right, I want to see him on some YouTube channel.
Hey, by the way, so just a correction on the Matthew Perry thing, was the two doctors arrested with the Matthew Perry in connection with him
What did I
overdosing?
say?
No. So two doctors arrested and charged in connection with the thing. They're the ones texting each other back and forth, calling him a moron.
There was a number of dealers and at least one doctor. Okay, yeah.
Texted each other to discuss scamming him into paying more for ketamine.
It's terrible.
What?
Wow,
that
one doctor
sucks.
said, "I wonder how much this moron will pay. Let's find out."
That's terrible. Speaking of
You
hot
going
ones,
to jail now.
Hot Ones host Sean Evans has famously interviewed tons of celebrities. On Wednesday's appearance on Watch What Happens Live with St. Louis's own Andy Cohen, Sean was asked if, there was a question he regrets asking, and then he mentioned a moment whenever Steve-O was on. Here's a little audio of Sean Evans recalling Steve-O putting a bottle up in
I
his
saw this
butt.
episode too. Okay.
You know, I don't know if it was a question or if there was any impetus to this at all, but Steve-O, in the middle of a shoot, once took a bottle and shoved it up his butt and then went no hands like this. So I'm not sure if it was a question that I regret, but I do regret having to have witnessed that.
That guy's a good interview, by the way.
He is.
Who?
Sean Evans, Hot Ones.
Okay.
You know, the guy that does the internet show.
Ball guy, right?
Yeah.
Ball guy, you know, they
Okay.
eat the hot wings as they're doing questions.
Yeah. It's not my thing.
He's
but-
very canned too, though. I mean, he's looking at a screen behind his guests.
Yeah,
with
but he
questions.
asks questions that are actually interesting.
Yeah, they're very researched. Rest in peace to longtime actor and game show host Peter Marshall. He's died at the age of 98. His wife said he passed away Thursday due to kidney failure. He's best known for being the original host of Hollywood Squares. He was the MC on the popular network and syndicated game show for more than 5,000 episodes.
Wow, dude. 98? That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Took those kidneys for a ride
Congratulations.
for 98 years. It's a long ride. Congratulations.
And congrats to the Hoff. He is a first-time grandpa, the Baywatch icon's daughter. Taylor, she's 34, welcomed her first baby girl named London. And so now David Hasselhoff is a grandparent. He's in the grandpa club with you guys.
I
Finally.
celebrated by getting hammered and eating a cheeseburger on the floor.
Yes, and crying also. He was
Welcome
crying
to the
down there.
club, Dave.
And just a quick thing, Nicolas
there.
Cage is set to portray NFL icon John Madden in a biopic that's coming out later this
What?
year.
Wait, who is?
Nick Cage.
What? I love it.
I can't see that.
I almost can.
How mad is
No.
Frank Caliendo right now?
Frank Caliendo, or I could see Kevin James.
Yeah.
But this is going to be something serious, right?
It's a biopic, so Nick Cage
Interesting.
Nick
as
Cage.
John Madden. Again,
I'm John Madden.
Frank Caliendo, yes. Kevin James, can you see that? Yes.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know how serious those two guys could do
Kevin
it.
James. Yeah, I see that. Hey, what's the verdict? What's the real verdict on Nick Cage? I'm so confused now.
You can also see
How am I
Homeboy,
supposed to feel? Is he talented sometimes? Is he talented
Yeah.
when he
Of
wants to
course he
be?
is.
What's
He's
happening?
talented all
Here's
the
the
time.
thing. He's a talented man who's allergic to the word no. He's
does
never
everything.
said no to if you put a script in front of Nicolas Cage, he has some kind of monkey paw curse where he has to say yes to it.
Well, I know there was a money issue. He was saying yes because he had dug himself into some
Right,
strange
he
money.
owned like Tyrannosaurus Rex skulls.
and the St. Louis Cemetery down in New Orleans.
yeah.
Owned an
Castles.
island.
And that house, that crazy haunted house.
Oh, yeah, where
down in
Marie
New Orleans.
LaRue is. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
When we were in the Bahamas, he owned an island that was all iguanas.
Oh, right.
It's like an iguana island where you go to the beach and these like hundreds of iguanas come out of this. It's creepy.
And
They're
Nicolas
like-
Cage owns it?
And didn't pay taxes on it, and the Bahamian government seized it.
So he has to work.
He's got to work. He's
And
taking everything.
In the 90s, he was excellent. Face Off, It Could Happen to You.
Still excellent.
You know, he was in rom-coms. We were flirting with Bridget Fonda and Nick
Dude.
Cage and It Could Happen to You, thinking, am I attracted to Nicolas
remember
Cage?
him-
Face Off is your go-to?
I love Face Off.
Remember he was
Yes.
that writer in, what is it, Adaptation?
Yeah,
Adaptation, I think, was good.
Adaptation, Moonstruck.
Weatherman.
Weatherman. There was a Matchstick Men was a great movie he was in that goes under the radar. Had Sam Rockwell in it. There's a, he was in.
Yeah, but then you see some, and you're like, what is this?
Right.
Is this overacting? Is this
Leaving
bad
Las
directing?
Vegas was crazy good.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And then what was the one? The original one.
Arizona?
Leaving Arizona. Yeah.
Raising Arizona?
Raising Arizona.
Was great. He has about every third movie. When you think he's done, he kills it.
He takes himself seriously again.
He does something crazy. Like Mandy movie was really good. Like about every third movie, Nicolas Cage will just be like, "I'm still good."
Okay, I've been so confused, and I'm not sure. Someone
the-
tell me
well,
what to feel.
For every
Con
good,
Air was great.
for every good movie, you get.
Well,
for every
his
good movie,
accent wasn't great.
The bees.
you
tried
got
to
one
do
of
a
the.
southern accent.
Not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Out of my eyes!
Take a drink.
Eyes! Ah!
Thank you. I appreciate the
Massive
opinion.
Weight of Unbearable Talent was really good.
That I still have to
Was
see.
it good?
Yeah, I've not
It
seen
was
that.
good.
That I still
With
have to
Pedro
see.
Pascal?
Pedro Pascal.
And new in theaters this weekend, I'm only going to talk about Alien Romulus because that's pretty much the only movie that you're going to maybe
Well,
want to
let's
see.
see what else we got here.
Romulus.
There's another one called Skincare with Elizabeth Banks. She plays a celebrity skincare expert who goes unhinged.
Elizabeth Banks. That is
That's
who?
Beth.
That's Effie from
Hunger Games.
the gal with cool makeup and cool costumes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's got 63%. That's not bad.
She's the one in the Cups movie, right?
She's in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, and she plays Beth.
But what's the movie with the cups and the song about cups?
The one where they sing.
Yeah, cups. Something cups.
The Glee Club.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Thank you. Yeah,
It's actually a good movie.
That's what I heard. And didn't she write
She's
or,
one of the
or
judges.
produce or direct or
I
something?
think she directed it.
And finally, people on Ranker.com are voting for which musical movies have the best songs. I have a top 20, but we can just focus on the top 10.
Musical movies.
And these include Disney movies.
Frozen.
No.
Frozen is on there number 18.
No.
Not top 10.
I'm trying to think of
There's
what my daughter
100 of them
sings.
Disney before Frozen.
Yeah. There's a ton of Disney on
You
here.
know the sleeper one, and I finally convinced the band to play this at Punk Rock Disney. What is Mulan, dude? Mulan has some ripping songs, bro. Ripping.
Yeah, so ripping it's not in this top 20.
What about
Sorry, Pat.
We can just stop the
Beauty
list.
and the
'cause
Beast.
They're fools.
Beauty and the Beast is the number one,
number one?
musical movie. Yes.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Or any of the newer ones like Encanto.
No.
Dang, Goofy movie's better than Frozen.
What's Moana?
Moana's on the list, number
soundtrack.
17.
Little Mermaid.
Moana's okay.
The Little Mermaid is number 7.
Lion King.
Lion King.
Aladdin is a slammer.
Both of you are slamming right now. Aladdin at number 5, Lion King at number 2.
What would number 3 be?
Now, let me tell you about this.
Is number 3 a Disney?
It is, but it's on a cartoon. In fact, the rest of the top 10 are not cartoon
The
movies.
Greatest Showman.
No.
Moulin Rouge.
Grease.
No. Grease, number 6.
Oh, man, I should have been higher.
Footloose.
Footloose, no.
They don't
That
sing
wasn't
in
a
that
musical.
Okay, I've never seen it, to be honest.
Think classic Disney.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Not a musical.
How about Mary Poppins?
Mary Poppins, number 3.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What's number 4? Number 4?
The Apple
Iconic.
Dumpling Gang.
Illustrated?
No. These are all
Animated?
live
Number
role
4
plays.
is Disney?
Disney, yes.
Okay. Iconic.
Old.
Disney.
Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Do not say it's not number 4. It must be number 4.
Sound of Music? What are you talking
Sound
about?
of Music,
Sound of
yes.
Music. What are you talking about?
Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
That's from Mary Poppins, isn't it?
No, Bedknobs and Broomsticks is Angela Lansbury. It's one of the greatest films ever made. Are you
Sound
out of your
Music
mind?
is not Disney.
I don't
Go
do
home
musical,
now.
dude.
Go home and watch
Me neither.
Bedknobs and
gosh.
Broomsticks.
Sound of Music is not Disney, right?
Surprised I knew this
It is
many.
Disney. It's
Is
on,
it?
Yes. It damn well
Sound of
better be
Music is
Disney.
I didn't know that.
I believe it's on Disney Plus.
Everything's Disney now. They bought everything.
I did not know that.
True. I'll just give you the last ones. So number 10 is Singin' in the Rain from 1952.
Good one.
Number 9, Mamma Mia from 2008. That's one with Meryl. And then number 8, The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, how did we miss The Wizard of Oz?
It is not
Should be
Disney.
higher
It
also.
happens to be being played on Disney Plus.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know the rules, dude.
20th Century Studios.
With as serious a tone as I can give, you must watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks. It was, I mean, of
What
course.
movie is that from?
I'm probably never going to watch it.
No, that's the movie.
Oh,
Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Oh, dude.
not for me, dude. I can't do musicals. I really.
It's not.
I love the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I love The Wizard of Oz.
It's Angela Lansbury.
I love Angela
and
Lansbury.
Another familiar guy. I
And
just
whoever
don't
that
know
guy
his
was.
name. But it's such a story. It's about a witch. For goodness sake, it's yours.
man.
Learn. This is your
1971.
movie. This is your movie.
1971's Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
You've
Sorry,
never seen it
guys.
either? Riz?
No.
The new Wicked looked pretty good.
Am I alone?
Am I alone?
Am I in a different universe? Celebrity celebrating a birthday in this universe. Ivana Lynch, that's Luna Lovegood in Harry Potter films, is 33. Rumor Willis is 36. Kristen Milioti, that's Tracy, the mother in How I Met Your Mother. She's 39. Cam Gigandet, that's James, the vampire leader who wanted to kill Bella in Twilight.
What?
Yeah, he's 42.
Damn.
Vanessa Carlton is 44. Emily Straver from the Dixie Chicks is 52. Jace Robertson from Duck Dynasty is 55. Steve Carell is 62. Madonna is 66 and owes me dinner. Angela Bassett is 66. Laura Ennis, Dr. Carrie Weaver on ER is 67. Tim Ferriss from InXS is 67. Jim Cameron is 70. Kathy Lee Gifford is 71. James J.T. Taylor from Kool and the Gang is 71. Reginald Val Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Val Johnson, yes.
Always a cop.
His face is literally the definition of typecast in the dictionary. Reginald Val Johnson, always a cop in Die Hard, a cop in Die Hard 2. I'm pretty sure he's a cop in Turner and Hooch. I'm almost certain he's a cop in The Negotiator. And yes, he is the famous Carl Winslow Officer Carl Winslow in Family Matters. He's 72. Leslie Ann Warren, that's Miss Scarlet in Clue, is 78. And Julie Newmar is still alive.
Thanks for everything.
And she's Catwoman.
Yes.
She was a hot
How old do you think
Catwoman.
she is?
82.
That's wrong.
I'm going 90.
90 is
90.
closer.
88.
91 years old. Congratulations, Julie Newmar.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Papillon.
Oh, Papillon.
Papillon.
That's
Today's birthday girl has been in 123 fine films, including The Anal Aristocrats, The Asian Boom Boom Girls, Ass Everywhere in Brazil, The Best Butt in the West 3, The Mall Slut, Fillmore Butts, Lake Poontang.
Lake Poontang.
What a fun romp.
And that's Fillmore, Philmore. Fillmore Butts, Lake Poontang. She was in the Video Adventures of Peeping Tom 2, The World's Luckiest Black Man, and who can forget her role in 1996's Deep Dish Booty Pie. Papillon is 49 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, quick break. We'll come back with Rafe Williams and this week's E-Memorium.
Most importantly, by the way, celebrating his 55th birthday, Scott Rizzuto tomorrow.
55.
55, all right.
Did I miss it by a decade?
Yeah, I mean, you're...
9 off.
Yeah, 9 off, but it's fine.
Oh. Fire? 46.
46.
46
tomorrow. Traffic and weather, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. We got an exit ramp 70 westbound and 270 southbound closed due to a crash. Closed. Your point forecast, fairly normal August day today. Humidity is going to go down as the weekend unfolds. Sunday's high is only going to be mid-80s, but today, high 93. Right now it's 72 at the Point Studio.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, highly suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always. But I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year so far. It sounds great on the air, and it sounds like a great highly suspect song. So let me ask you, where did that come in the recording process? One of the first, one of the last? Where was that?
Smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. I always wonder if, when it comes out as a strong lead single like that, if...
Fans, it's a big weekend at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Tomorrow, the NTT IndyCar Series invades the racetrack for the Bomberito Automotive Group 500. Yes, tomorrow. Race time is 6 o'clock. But today, you got practice and qualifying. So you can go today and tomorrow, or just today, or just tomorrow. Legendary teams, spectacular cars, the world's greatest drivers, and intense action that's going to blow you away. Go behind the scenes. See how they fix those cars up. Meet some of the drivers. And buckle in for an incredible spectacle of speed. Thrills at 200-plus miles an hour. Bring the entire family. There's something for everyone. Get your tickets for the Bomberito Automotive Group 500 tomorrow at Worldwide Technology Raceway. Go to WWTRaceway.com. That's WWTRaceway.com. Brought to you in part by Discover Downstate Illinois and the Illinois Office of Tourism.
Something all the day, yeah. Cause when you get something that's a tough day, oh, yeah, even flow. Got a horse and a butterfly. Ooh, you don't know. So he marries a new Gary.
This place for a little over a year now, and every time I come up here I discover something new, whether it be a new structure or just something hidden and in part of the woods here. So a couple months ago, just spotted something in the woods, and what the hell is that? So I went exploring, and let me show you what I found. Check this out. That, my friends, is a hidden sawmill. So I drove out here one afternoon, and I said, what the hell is this? Well, you get all this cut wood. You got this wooden structure out here. I said,
home values in city are sky high, and you have a ton of equity. Your financial advisor thinks the market is peaked, so if you're thinking about selling, it's time. Except for two things. High interest rates will burn you on a new home loan, and you're not ready to move. Savvy financial advisors suggest Truehold's new Sell and Stay program. It's ingenious because they buy your home now while its value is high, but you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease, which is smart, right? Truehold will make you a solid cash offer and not a low ball offer like the others. It's based on your home's current value. The cash is yours to travel, pay off bills, or secure your retirement. And again, you can stay in your home with a comfortable lease. Truehold covers property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. See how much Truehold will pay for your home today. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Tim, how are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I'm going to tell you that I did something today, and I shouldn't even bring it up that I'm doing it. Okay. I wore a shirt specifically to impress you because I was interviewing you, and,
right.
And normally I don't do that.
Right.
But I did, but also too, and they can't see it, but I've got this awesome Masked Intruder shirt on. And I
love it.
Yeah, and I just figured that would be one of those bands that you would be, very cool. Like that we're a band that Rise Against played with somewhere along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think we have a Masked Intruder. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they're a Fat Records band.
Yep.
And I still consider us part of the Fat Records family. Like that's where we got our start. That's who first signed our band. That's how we got our wings. You know what I mean? Was because that label was so much more than just a record label. It was a family. We joined that. We joined that family, and they took us under their wing, and all their bands took us under their wing. Strung Out took us out. Sick of It All took us out. The Mad Caddies took us out. No Effects took us out. That was huge. I mean, I cannot overstate how huge that was.
How is it when you're a new punk rock band winning over those audiences? That cannot be easy, especially like a No Effects crowd where they're coming to see Mike and the guys, and they're probably not going to be particularly nice.
Yes, dude, it was. I'm glad you brought that up because that was how I learned how to be a front man, was getting heckled. Yeah. Like opening up for No Effects in Western Canada in the early 2000s. Those people were there to see No Effects, and there to see Fat Mike. And we don't do what No Effects does, you know what I mean? And so you had to be able to stand there and sing and entertain for 30 minutes, whether people wanted to see you or not. Opening up for Sick of It All in Germany, like in the height of like their European domination. Though, like I got beers thrown at me, I got yelled at, like all that stuff. And that was moments like that. And then you'd shift to like the Mad Caddies tour, and they're a ska band. And so now we're opening up for a ska band, and those people came to see them. So you had to like figure out like, what are we going to do here? And those were the moments where you realize this is where I put my tail between my legs and I go home and I say, this is it. I'm not meant for this. Or you kind of like clench your fists and put your head down and lean into it, and that's what we did. And so those years were so important and like formative for me as a singer.
I remember reading Henry Rollins' book about those Black Flag tours. And, obviously I would assume that these shows were stepped down from these old Black Flag shows. But he talks about going back to flats and like literally washing out chunks of spit from people that were there not to see the guys. And I just find the intestinal fortitude, like you said, of being able to be like, all right, well, so this is how it's going to be tonight. We got to figure out how the heck we're going to get through it. But God dang it, we're going to get through it.
Absolutely. Yes. You need those. You need those concerts, those shows, you need those years to really help you figure out who you are as a band, you know? And for us, it helps because, you know, we still
about being up at Innsbruck last week, and a lot of golf carts up there, like people putting around on golf carts, you know, driving around Innsbruck. But, you know, if you've been to Newtown, also a place where a lot of golf carts are. If you've been down to Soulard, a lot of golf carts down there. Now, if you're going to get a golf cart, you don't want to get one of those regular ones. You want a custom golf cart, and you get that from Getaway Carts. Getaway Carts specializes in made-to-order golf carts. You pick the color, you pick the seats, you pick the wheels, you pick the top, the body, the lift, the sound bar, everything. From the ground up, you build this golf cart. And honest face-to-face interaction with the owners, the service is what sets them apart from everybody else. Best prices in town on golf carts, accessories, batteries, offering 0% financing, and free delivery if you buy from them. They'll just drive it out to your house. Also, if you buy one from them and you need it serviced, they'll come pick it up. Lift kits, rear flip seats, light kits. If you could dream it, they could do it. And that's all they do is sell, service, and work on golf carts. Getawaycarts.com, getawaycarts.com. I'm seeing your bucket list here in front of me, Lern, and some of these are definitely achievable.
Yes.
Some of them I'm not sure about.
Sure.
Yeah, some of them are going to be tougher than others. The first one, let's just get into it.
Yep.
And, you know, where we welcome feedback. If anybody can help us, put us on the path to make these happen, please let us know. Because it's all about love and helping each other, lifting each other up, checking stuff off. Here's a big one. See Daft Punk.
Daft Punk.
Daft Punk, they're broken up.
They're broken up.
I don't think they're ever getting back together.
Right.
So,
but The Weeknd, even this weekend, or even this past weekend, The Weeknd, the artist, said the
E-Memorium here in just a moment. But we're going to say goodbye to some people. And there were a bunch of celebrity deaths over the last week. If I were to ask you, how many people in the U.S. died in 2023? Would you have any idea?
No.
How many people died?
How many people died? How many people died last year? Straight up just died.
Like 10, I don't know, 6 million people.
Yeah, when I saw the actual number, I went, huh.
More than
around the entire world?
No, just
U.S.?
American.
Okay, then different. I'll say 1 million people.
1 million people?
Was it more than you thought?
It was less than I thought.
Okay.
It was less than I thought. But I don't know what I'm basing that on.
Right.
I just saw the number and I went, huh, that's low. But in my mind, I had no idea what my target number was.
Show me 5 million corpses.
5 million. Rafe, how many people died in 2023? Americans?
There's 300 million people. Just carry the 1, divide that by 7. I would say 550K.
550K. The answer is 3.1 million.
Holy. I guess that is.
3.1 million people died in 2023. That's down significantly from 2022.
Well, yeah.
What about births?
I don't know. We're just going to talk about death. Okay. Just going to focus
This is the Rizz Show.
We're just going to focus on death here.
We will be yinning, not yanging.
We're going to be focused on death here for a moment. So what do you think I have the top 10 causes of death in America?
Heart disease.
Heart disease is number 1. So 680,000 people died. Almost 681,000 died of heart disease. That's number 1. Heart disease remains a top killer in the U.S. And that's been that way for a while.
Heart disease, cancer, and car accidents.
Cancer is number 2. 613,000 people died from cancer last year. Actually, 5,000 more cancer deaths last year compared to 2022.
It's terrible. All this money and things that we make, I mean, it's like, it should be going down.
And then what'd you say?
Car accidents.
That's number 3. So we'll just say accidents / unintentional injuries. And that's kind of the umbrella of drug overdoses, car accidents, falls. Accidents, unintentional injuries, 222,725 people died.
Where is suicide on this list?
Suicide did not make the top 10.
Good.
Suicide didn't make the top 10. Number 4 was cerebrovascular disease. That's strokes. Stroke-related death. That's number 4. accounting for 5.3% of the total deaths in 2023. Then you got your chronic lower respiratory diseases. That's like asthma, emphysema, bronchitis. That's number 5. Alzheimer's was number 6. Diabetes, number 7. Kidney disease, 8. Chronic liver disease and cirrhosis, number 9. And COVID is 10th.
Damn.
So those are the top 10 causes of death in America. And now that you're all depressed,
Thank you for Friday's show.
here is Rafe Williams.
Home values in city.
That's not Rafe Williams. That's
not
King
me.
Scott.
That's King Scott.
Here's, this is what I wanted to play. Thank you. Rafe Williams, it's time for this week's E-Memorium.
Indeed. And for those of you that don't know, the E-Memorium is much like the Oscars in Memoriam, where we say goodbye to a lot of folks. People who actually died, people who we want to, people who emailed us in for some reason, listeners we lost, or people, subject matter we discussed that really got people fired up. But without any further ado, because we got a guest calling in at 8:30, I'm going to get to this week's E-Memoriam. Brought to you by Herpes.
Oh.
It's not as bad as you think. Just kidding, we don't have a sponsor right now, but we're going to get one. First up, dry weddings. We had to say goodbye this week to people trying to pull the old switcheroo and have a dry wedding. Yeah. Sorry, these people can't change the implied social contract of us getting dressed up to watch you say a bunch of vows that we all know Christy already broke half of on her bachelorette party in Vegas during a Thunder Down Under show. We all agree to act interested and play along and to celebrate and shower you with gifts, and in return, you provide us at least the option for us to get 3 sheets to the wind and hit on your single cousins, okay?
Yeah.
It's worked that way since the dawn of time, and it's going to continue to work that way. Open bar weddings are as American as baseball and apple pie.
That's right.
In fact, they're as American as American pie. That's why I did some digging last night, guys, on the internet. You heard of it?
Yes.
Went on there, dark web. And I unearthed a very rare, unknown copy of the first draft of Don McLean's American Pie.
You did?
It actually addresses this issue and proves my point. I'd like to sing it for you now.
Okay.
We'll kill the music.
Oh, you want me to kill the music?
If you don't mind. A long, long time ago, I can still remember when weddings used to make me trashed. And I knew in my drunken pride that I could crush the electric slide and maybe have a bridesmaid grab my ass. But then my buddy Doug got sober, and I knew that the party's over. Bad news on the invitation. There would be no libations.
Oh.
I can't remember why I cried like I was the father of the bride. But something pissed me off inside the day the wedding dried.
Oh.
And what were we singing? Bye, bye, if your wedding is dry. Bought you a blender, so surrender me some whiskey and rye. I ain't chancing chicken dancing without least of my tie. Can you believe the nerve of this guy? Say it with me. Can you believe the nerve of this guy? Bye-bye!
Dry wedding my ass.
Yeah, dry wedding my ass. Thank you, Don McLean, for clearing that up for us.
The little-known first draft.
Little known. I had to dig deep to find it.
Crazy.
Beautiful.
Now that we said goodbye to dry weddings, it's also time to bid adieu to wet texters. That's right, the Moon Man observed a coworker this week multitasking at a urinal with one hand on his iPhone 15 and the other on his iBone 4.5. We all agreed this is an unacceptable dopamine addiction that is putting your smartphone in a splash zone, which is a place even E.T. wouldn't phone home because it's a cell phone. Can I get a witness? So put that phone in your pocket, zip it and lock it, and get the hell out of Rizz's executive bathroom. Bye-bye! Next up, an unfortunate casualty this week we didn't see coming, Michael Bolton. Yeah, we had to say goodbye after a Twitter poll to to the smooth, throaty purr of Michael Bolton as he fell to Michael McDonald in what shall ever be known as the War of the Michaels. The Battle of the Magnificent Bastards, the siege of your grandmother's panties. And only one could claim the throne as king of the castle of Soft Rock. House Bolton waged a valiant effort in the hours-long fray using his trademark powerful vocals characterized by his wide range of deep, husky vocal tone. But in the end, he proved no match for House McDonald's distinctive, soulful baritone. Nay, McDonald lived up to the legend of a voice that has been described as smooth, warm, buttery, silky, and gritty, with a powerful grain and the ability to reach heavenly high notes. Some say his voice that day had smoky baritone characteristics with the shockingly high top end, while others say it echoed a non-operatic tenor and an unnatural baritone, like the Banshees of Hell. Either way, as their sonic, melodic vocal waves washed over one another, tearing their clothes from their backs, leaving only tattered rags clinging to the sinew and glistening on their lean, hairy, old man bodies, one silver fox-haired devil remained standing. One whose voice has been compared to velvet, silk, sandpaper, and melted chocolate. Ferguson's own Michael M. Effin McDonald. Keep forgetting Michael Bolton is dead. I keep forgetting that I have to say goodbye to him. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Finally, last but not least, Scott Rizzuto's 45th year.
Oh, man, R.I.P.
Yes, sorry to break this to you, bud, but tomorrow marks the first day of Scott Daniel Rizzuto's 46th year on Earth. He is officially closer to 50 than 40. That's right. 40 just disappeared in the rearview mirror, my friend, and 50 just popped up over an oncoming hill. That is correct. He who was once the queen ascending in youthful splendor is now a grizzled empress barreling at a high speed towards the back half of a century. Yes. Normally, this would fill most humans with existential dread and crippling depression as they toss and turn in their beds with dreadful nightmares of being trapped in an hourglass with sand slipping through their fingers. But not our Rizz. No, he's cut from a different cloth. He's a man who stares the reaper most grim directly under his shadowed hood and into his glowing red eyes, running his finger down the ever-sharp blade of a scythe made for harvesting souls, leans forward and says, "Is this going to be a whole thing?" And what better way to celebrate such a man than to have a monumental birthday blessing given by the one and the only as a special treat for you on your birthday. Nathan's hot dog eating announcer, Mr. George Shea.
What?
A world of nothing, of barren hills and cracked earth and once proud oceans drained to sand, there will still be a monument to our existence. Bleached by the sun perhaps and blunted by time, but everlasting. For this man represents all that is eternal in the human spirit. The courage to go on when others fail or turn away. The strength to recognize the value of freedom and to accept the cost no matter how great. And he will not stand down until he looks over a sea of truth, a sea of triumph. Always onward, always forward, carry the weight, advance the cause, never submit unto the breach. He will lead the charge. Why? Because he is the pasta bread loving Italian. Why? Because he is the 5'7" short king of New York City. Why? Because you know him as the queen or the bullfrog. Ladies and gentlemen, look on his works, ye mighty, and despair, for he has surpassed the kings of Egypt. I give you the Rizz. Happy 46th birthday from the Fightin' Johnnies of the 1057th Brigade.
Here, here, George Shea.
Oh, that's the guy. And by the way, that's the guy that announces the hot dog eating contest. Just so you guys know.
Yes.
You don't know who that is.
That guy is the best announcer in sports.
He's the guy that wears that like straw hat looking thing.
the Vote for Kennedy hat. The old Vote for Kennedy.
Thank you guys. How much did that run you?
Don't worry about that.
I put it on Tommy's credit card. And And for what it's worth, we tried to get Newman from Seinfeld, and he declined.
Oh,
Which is so great.
He was in the middle of it.
And
And
that's
he
the
said,
more Newman than that.
yeah, and then he said, "But this is for Rizz." Never
Wayne
mind,
Knight?
I
Wayne
refuse
Knight
this.
respectfully declined my offer.
Did you really ask Wayne Knight?
I really did, yeah.
He said no?
Said no. I think he sniffed it out that it was for broadcast, and he said he only does personal cameos.
Oh.
Turned me down.
Well,
Newman.
then,
But
goodbye.
George Shea came through.
Goodbye, Newman.
But George Shea came through. Happy birthday, Rizz. That concludes
Thank you, guys.
that portion. Now on to the real RIPs. A lot of them. We got actress Gina Rowlands from The Notebook passed away. Wally Amos, the man who created famous Amos cookies, has also passed away. Chichi Rodriguez, the famous golfer known for sheathing his sword after making a putt. One of the most charismatic golfers of all time, passed away. Jack Russell, as you heard earlier, the lead singer of Great White. Peter Marshall, the original host of Hollywood Squares. And Greg Kinn, KC classic artist, singer of the song Jeopardy. All took the ride across the Rainbow Bridge this week. And that's everybody. And that concludes this week's E-Memorium. Landing the plane right at 8:29 like a professional radio disc jockey.
Brought to you by
Herpes. It's not as bad as you think.
Herpes. It's got a bad rap.
Have a second look.
Lern ran to go call somebody, so this is mystery guest.
Yes.
Mystery
you're about
guest.
to, I believe you are about to receive yet another birthday treat for the Queen.
All right. Going to the phones.
Going to the phones. A mystery guest.
All right. Hello, mystery guest.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Please, God, let the Cardinals win tonight. Happy birthday to you.
It's my man crush, Chip Carey.
Happy birthday, man.
Oh, Chip Carey, thank you so much for calling in.
Happy birthday. How old are you now?
46.
Oh, God, to be 46 again.
Yeah. 46 years old. Don't feel, I don't feel it.
No.
I'm still, 18 in my heart.
That's good. That's half the battle. That's awesome. What do you have planned for your big day today after work?
Well, going to the lake this weekend. Going to spend
Nice.
some good family time, jet skiing and
Nice.
and tri-tune riding.
Okay.
Chip, I think I'm just going to get hammered all weekend. That's it.
Well, that's kind of what we've been up to the last few weeks, too, so I don't blame you a bit.
Well, at least you guys are back at home, right?
Yeah, we're back home. Should be a lot of fun this weekend with the Dodgers and then the Brewers coming up. So got to turn things around really quickly. So hopefully that'll be a nice birthday gift for you and for everybody else celebrating this week.
Are we optimistic about anything with the Cardinals?
They have to be, right? You have to be. That's the great thing about the game is what happened the day before, you flush it and move on to the next one because the schedule's relentless. We've got 41 games left. It's not going to be easy. They've played themselves into quite a hole here.
Quite a hole, yeah.
If you win today, you try to win tomorrow and try to put together a nice streak and win series, and especially against Milwaukee. I think they've got a shot, but they're definitely running out of time. That's for sure.
This is the positivity we expect from somebody like Chip Carey.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There's been a lot, especially over the past week. There's been a lot of doom and gloom when it comes to the Cardinals.
Right.
I want to give us a good storyline, Chip. Like what's something?
A good storyline. A run of good plays in them. They've done it before. I think look, I worked for the Cubs for 8 years, so I know how to sell hope when seemingly it's hopeless. But it's not hopeless. This is a good team. This is a group that wants to win, that can win, that's shown that they can do it. They started that on Mother's Day and had that great run. It's in there, but they've got to do the things that they haven't been doing, and that's what concerns you is can they flip the switch on? But I know Cardinals fans talk all the time about the 17-game win streak they had in September a couple of years ago. Crazier things have happened in baseball. Remember, the Cardinals in 1964 were down 4.5 games with 6 to play and won the pennant. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but until there's an X by your name that says eliminated, you have to go to the ballpark every day and have a belief that today's the day it gets turned around. And that's the way I try to approach it. And hopefully the Cardinals players will do the same.
Well, I think that the positive thing we could say is at least we're not the White Sox.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
It could,
There's no question.
Right, it could be a lot worse. We were talking earlier this week about so Cubs and White Sox played last weekend, and there was a particular game, I think it was Saturday, where there were two people that ran onto the field. Two people, same game. One of the guys got tackled. You know, hey, he made a good run. He made a good run around the field. The second guy jumped over the outfield wall and immediately broke his ankle.
And the real tragedy is they were running over to these guys and trying to give them gloves and say, "Will you please play for the White Sox?"
Yeah, that's a bad year. That's a bad year. Nobody wants to be compared to the '62 Mets, and so the White Sox have had it. So yeah, if you look at it from that standpoint, things aren't all that bad.
That's right.
Here in St. Louis, and we just got to hope that we can turn it around against a good Dodger team tonight.
Well, have a great time this weekend. My man crush Chip Carey calling up.
Happy birthday, many more, and enjoy your time at the lake. Hey, go noodling. Have you ever done that?
Is that
for catfish?
Is that when you put your hand in and?
Yeah. Our producer Brian Shapiro's done that. He says it's a lot of fun. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would try that. But hey, if you're down at the lake, you never know. Maybe you can catch catfish or something that way.
Hey,
okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Happy birthday. See you soon.
Oh man, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's great.
Well, when he started singing, I'm like, who is it? Is it somebody putting on a Chip Carey voice?
Chip Carey sang to you, man. And then encouraged you to stick your hand into a dark, underwater hole and hope that a fish of choice grabs onto it rather than something else. You were encouraged by Chip Carey to go noodling for catfish at a lake. How cool is that?
He does, and that's Harry Carey's grandson. I mean, for God's sakes. It does, guys, I love you. Doesn't get any better than this.
Awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. All right, we'll take a break.
What you are mistaken there is that it does get better than this.
How could it?
You'll see after the break.
So should I go right into Friday Fails, or is there something? Because normally I'll go right into the Friday Fails.
Just prepare a little bumper music and just let us come back in naturally, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
And then we'll go into the fails.
All right.
You love surprises.
I love surprises so much. Love them so much. Best day ever.
Just keep smiling.
8:35 Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Oh, yeah, still got to do that. Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. The only trouble is still that exit ramp 70 westbound to 270 southbound is still closed due to a crash. Your point forecast, fairly normal August day today. Humidity is going to go down as the weekend unfolds. And Sunday's high is going to be mid-80s. Today's high at 93. Right now it's 73 at the Point Studio.
I can't believe Newman said no. That's
he actually said so absolutely not. Screw that.
Want me to read you the email?
Yes.
Hold on, I'll pull it up.
All right.
It was very funny, and we didn't have time.
Is that why you asked me the other day? Like, what is your favorite show, Seinfeld?
Yeah, gotcha.
And I think you actually texted me that question as I was watching Seinfeld.
I did. Well, I knew it was like your favorite show.
I think that is my favorite show.
I wanted to make sure because they had a couple. Let's see what he says.
A couple cameos.
Here's what it said. Wayne Knight. Although Wayne Knight tries to deliver 100% of requests, his cameos are personal messages which are not intended for broadcast, groups, or businesses. Therefore, he must decline.
Whoa.
Which I didn't say anything about broadcast, but I did tell him you were the host of the radio show, so they must have sniffed that out.
Newman.
And I was like, that's the most Newman thing he could have done, really.
All right, I gotta go.
What a great gift.
I gotta go get Mama Ty real fast.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
You better sit down.
And if only you could make a deal with God, I know we'll eat places. Been running up that road, been running in my heels, been running on the buildings and those places. If only could. That was Kate W. Bush, Running Up the Hill.
Your chair at least stops. Mine just steadily moves. So I could not be facing you by the time this interview is over. All right, so here we are, Enterprise Center, gigantic sold-out show with 21 pilots tonight. Josh, it's really great to see you again, man.
Yeah, great to see you too.
So first things first. So we did this promotion a little bit earlier.
Men's Health. There's only a few companies that I will stop in the middle of Lern telling us about a deep, dark family secret in private to do a live spot for, and that is Victory Men's Health. All right? Because I care that much about this place. They took care of me. They helped me out, man. I got my blast blood test back, found out my Billy Rubens are through the roof. Now, Billy Rubens is not Paul Rubens' less successful brother. It's not Pee Wee Herman's little bro. It's actually the amount of bile in your bloodstream, and it turns out mine's boiling with it, and it's not good. They said, we're surprised your eyes aren't yellow and jaundiced right now, and I said, that's alarming. They said, yeah, you should go to your primary care doc right away, which I didn't do, but at least I know, and that helps. And I'm going back in for another blood test because they're going to help me stay on top of it and see if it was an anomaly or if it's something I should be worried about. Now, that is something I would never have gotten tested even at a primary care facility. So going in and getting your blood tested down to a cellular level might let you know problems you don't even know you have. Like, I had an iron deficiency the first time I went in. I've been on vitamins for that. Now my iron's all good. Whatever you're experiencing, whether maybe you need something for sexual health, maybe you need some testosterone, peptides, vitamins, collagen treatments, maybe you just need to go in and get your blood work done and get your PSA tested. If you're over the age of 35, you should be doing that anyway to check for prostate cancer. They got you covered at Victory Men's Health. There's 4 locations. Go schedule an appointment today. One in Sunset Hills, one in Town and Country, both O'Fallons. Go now for more information. To schedule an appointment, go to victorymenshealth.com. That's victorymenshealth.com.
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told this on the show. I do the morning show. I'm part of the morning show on The Point. A million years ago when you guys were on a tour opening with Rolling Stones. Yes. Or for Rolling Stones, whatever. Are they closed for you guys is the way I look at it. You guys did the stop at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Yes. 1990, whatever it was, or 80, whatever 89. It was. 89. Okay, cool. 89. All right, so I'm 52. I'm right there. Okay. Right. So my dad was a huge fan of the Rolling Stones. Right. Not in great health at the time. Wasn't walking very well. So I drove him because I'm a fan of you guys, and I was a fan of Rolling Stones because I had to be. And we roll up in his truck, and I let him out at the curb so he can walk in and find his seats. Right. And while I park his truck. He gets out, you guys are already on. And he goes, what the hell is that god-awful noise like that? And I was like, Dad, that's the opening band. It's Living Color. That's the band I was telling you about. He walks in, and I park the truck, and by the time he is this, like this. Rocking out. The dude would be 70-something right now if he was still with us, and he found dudes that he graduated high school with, and the last time he saw those people, they were listening to the Rolling Stones, smoking pot, and that's what they were doing. Wow. So
plumbing, heating, cooling, and energy experts. I've had them in my house, and they really do deliver world-class service like they say they do. Now, they've been doing that for many, many decades in the St. Louis and surrounding areas to all sorts of home, because their home... I mean, their big goal is to make sure that our homes, every home in this area, has total indoor comfort. Total indoor comfort. It's literally what they're after. Peak efficiency, making sure that you extend the lifespan and enhance your overall experience of all the things going on in your house, the plumbing, the heating, the cooling, and, of course, the energy. You can call Anton's today, by the way, and save 25% before 2025, plus an additional $4,800 in savings when you choose Anton's to replace your heating and cooling system. Maybe you've been putting that off, and you know this is the perfect opportunity. And maybe you don't need to replace your whole system. Well, Anton's can get you into a new AC for as low as $56 a month. That's right. They have multiple financing options for you as well. So take advantage of the end of summer savings and call Anton's. Call them today. Go on the website, explore all the services that they can do for you. You can even talk to somebody on the website. AntonsHVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
So let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
You have this incredible career with Everclear. Right. Made all of these records. You've had, I would think, multiple opportunities to do like a solo record, but you're going to put out a solo record for seemingly the first time in your career.
For not seemingly the first time.
The first time in your career. Why now?
Well, I mean, you know as well as I do that Everclear has been my baby from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's my thing. So as far as doing a rock band situation, I never felt really a need to do a solo record. I tried to do one once, and it turned into an Everclear record. And I wanted this to be different. I wanted this to be just me playing everything. So it's mostly acoustic guitar, acoustic bass, some keyboards, some drums, not drums on every song. I sing all the vocals. I play all the instruments. Co-produced it with a friend of mine who's a great engineer, producer. And yeah, it's very raw. It sounds like an Everclear meets Cat Stevens meets Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young.
Oh, wow.
But with some Elvis Costello in there.
All right, I like it. I look forward to that. One of the reasons that I've always liked you and liked your band is because there was always this sort of punk sensibility on those and not only a punk sensibility in the music, but you as well sort of have a little bit of that punk rock swagger.
Absolutely. I've always had that. I've always seen myself in the punk rock aesthetic.
Well, but you're buddies with
mean?
like Jim Lindbergh from Pennywise and those guys, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I don't mean to name drop.
No. We're all suburban dads, that live in Southern California that all grew up with a lot of the same music. They went a lot more punk rock than I did. I'm older than those guys, so there's more of a sense of melody to it as far as I'm concerned. But, I mean, underlying, I've always looked at Everclear as a punk/hard rock band with a singer-songwriter. That's what we are.
Well, absolutely.
And it's not, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's unique in its own right. And that's what we are.
Yeah, agreed. There are some artists that we have that will play our way back show and will not want us to use the phrase way back when we're kind of speaking of them. You, on the other hand, you do the Summerland Festival. You embrace that.
Why not?
Yeah, that's kind of more my question for you.
My dentist, that's Dr. Foley at Foley Dental Group. Now, she's great with everybody, but there's also a pediatric dentist at Foley Dental Group. Now, an issue that Foley deals with is sleep disorder breathing for kids. Now, what is that? It's considered the silent epidemic among kids. Sleep disorder breathing not only refers to breathing difficulties during sleep, but it also is a root cause for many other symptoms that kids frequently exhibit. And these sleep issues stem from airway disruption during sleep. A kid's breathing is restricted. The body reacts in a way that results in lower oxygen levels, higher heart rate, higher blood pressure. Close baby teeth can often signify that a kid's dental arches are too narrow. Since adult teeth are bigger and wider than baby teeth, this could be an issue if there's not enough room for the adult teeth to grow in. The teeth begin to crowd together, they protrude. So here are some symptoms like bedwetting, depression, mouth breathing, nightmares, inability to focus, ADHD. These are all symptoms of sleep disorder breathing. So what's the next step? If you think your kid may be experiencing this, be proactive and contact Foley Dental. They have an amazing team of general dentists, one of whom has 14 years of experience in pediatrics. For all your pediatric and general dentistry needs, the experts at Foley have you and your kids covered. FoleyDentalGroup.com. That's FoleyDentalGroup.com.
All right, we are backstage at the pageant. Big time club show with 311. We've got Peanut and Mr. Nick Hexum joining us. Gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure to have you back in St. Louis and playing the pageant. It's great to be able to be so close to you tonight.
You love seeing us in small places.
I do. I can't. I will not ever deny that.
It was a little off-camera, little banter we were doing. Yeah, it's good to be in small places. This is where we cut our teeth. You were saying Mississippi.
Where did Moon go?
He's out in the hall.
So another surprise?
Here comes
another birthday surprise.
Another birthday surprise.
All right, here's Moon with another
birthday surprise.
All right.
What do we got, Moon?
All right. We got goods. We got Le Bon Boucher.
Oh, bless you.
This is the honeymoon latte. This is my buddy Brian from Le Bon Boucher.
Brian.
Thanks, guys. How are you?
What's up, man?
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
It's great when you come here. You always, bring treats.
I thought he was bringing one treat, and he brought 3 giant boxes of treats.
So wait till you see this treat.
You only turned 46 once, guys.
It's exactly right. And we go all
cool.
out.
So
you just give me a box?
Is that the one?
I don't know. Is this an okay one to open?
Is that the one?
We got some custom macarons or macaroons? Macarons.
So what's the difference between a macaron and a macaroon? A macaroon is coconut, right?
Yeah,
it's
that's
a coconut
thing. Correct.
These have the Keishi point and arch. logos on, burned into them.
Man,
So
you
that-
guys are when it comes to those macarons,
It's another level, brother.
Best on
Another
earth,
level.
and I have
Very
them in
cool.
Paris, and they don't compare to these. That's my favorite dessert, but we were talking about your favorite dessert apparently a couple days ago, and Brian was listening.
So I heard you like a graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
Well, that's not. It's this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You brought multiple
It
ones.
does say happy birthday, Riz, but that's
What's that? Is that a cake?
All right,
that is a
take that
cake.
over there.
Oh, look
it's a
at
beautiful
that.
looking cake.
Got some raspberries on there.
Hey, Rafe, I like that.
Oh, is that a cheesecake?
Oh
my God, they're
Oh
so
my
heavy.
God.
It's like 20
I
pounds.
appreciate that.
Cheesecake with graham cracker crust.
What's
We
this
got
one?
all sorts of treats here.
Yeah, do you want a iced coffee? Because
Oh,
I
look at these
sure do.
guys.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do.
Honeymoon.
And the honeymoon latte.
Do you want your own?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is my special concoction.
Yeah, we developed that for him.
What a
That's
real
so
treat.
Great. Thank you so much for
Darn,
bringing
You
Thank
have
coffee.
another one of those ice coffees?
Here, set them right
Yeah,
here.
do you want a
in between us
s'mores,
so I can
a
look at
honey
one of
toffee
those.
nut, a white chocolate?
What do we got? What's the best one?
What? Yeah, which one would you suggest for him?
White chocolate.
White chocolate.
Give it to me.
Here we go. Here we
Give it
go.
to the birthday
Just
boy.
like you.
Over the board.
White chocolate.
White chocolate.
That was my nickname in high school.
White chocolate.
Thank you.
That was my nickname in high school.
Heck
So
yeah,
make
man.
sure you visit Le Bon Boucher
Mountain Dew.
right down the street here.
This is my favorite, my absolute favorite place. And you got some French onion soup in the kitchen as
I
well.
brought some French onion soup.
man.
So, lunch.
Best day ever.
Yeah. Moon knew exactly who to call for this experience
Yes.
today.
Oh, I can't wait to tear into that cake.
Brian was listening and said, I heard this graham cracker crust call out.
That's the
He's
right
like,
call, though, right? The
we're
graham
making
cracker
it.
crust.
Like an eagle call.
Yeah, I actually did issue
Eagle call.
the graham cracker crust. Hey, would you like to sing the Friday Fail song with us?
Yes.
Love to.
Okay.
All right.
It's real easy.
So we got the Friday Fail stories coming up. Brian's here from Le Bon Boucher. We have so many treats here in the studio. I'm going to hit the old music here, and we're all going to sing together.
Okay.
The Friday Fail Story Song.
It's Lux, and I'm joined by Josh from Bad Flower. Dude, what's up?
Cheers. How are you?
Cheers. I'm doing so well. I'm so glad we're getting to chat here.
What is that? You got
Normally-
stickers on your cup.
Oh my God, I got so many stickers. My vaccine sticker. I got my Canada sticker. I got all my good stickers.
Nice.
I'll hook you up with some stickers when you come here because we'll be seeing you in less than 2 weeks at Point Fest, which is very exciting. And then after that, you got a record coming out, so we got a lot to chat about today. I'm excited.
Yes.
So
Yes,
where
we can.
are you in the world right now? Because I know you guys are currently on tour. Are you?
Folks, time for your Friday Fail Stories. All right, so all these people thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, the plan went completely sideways, and it became an Uber,
Right.
an Ultra,
Yes.
dare I say it,
Don't you dare.
Mega, everybody, and Brian. Oh, yeah.
Fail.
All right.
You sounded great, boss, and Le Bon
Thank you.
Boucher.
Thank you. Hey, staying here for the fail stories. Let's do them.
All right.
Friday Fail Stories sponsored by.
Hey, they're sponsored by Moritz Royce Jewelry. That's the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So technically, this is not a fail. It's a mission accomplished. But I'm going to put it in the Friday Fails. If you want to go to prison, you don't have to try this hard. A 34-year-old guy in Pittsburgh named Charles Felder got arrested Saturday morning for trying to break into jail. He tried to break into the lobby at 4 o'clock in the morning by kicking the glass doors and using garbage cans as battering rams. He ended up breaking the 2-inch thick bulletproof glass, but never got inside. He also ripped the door handle off. And he kept at it for 3 hours, and apparently nobody noticed. 3 hours. They found him after he finally passed out.
He worked so hard at it, he passed out?
He resisted as they loaded him into an ambulance to treat him for minor injuries, and he spit in a medic's face. But he's facing harassment and burglary-related charges, and now he's right where he wants to be. Fail jail.
Failed. Pretty impressive.
Now, this is how you win an argument. A Minnesota woman is facing charges after hitting a boyfriend with her car while they were on their way to where?
The chapel?
Couples therapy.
Oh.
It happened Saturday. 30-year-old Veronica Gast was behind the wheel, and her boyfriend was up in the passenger seat. They'd been fighting all day, but things got heated on their drive to the therapist, and he broke up with her. He says he told her their relationship was over. Take me home. But she stopped in the middle of the road, told him to get out, so he did. And their stories differ after that, but he says they locked eyes as he was crossing in front of her car. A crucial mistake. She floors it, causing him to fly over the hood, slam onto the windshield. Luckily, he's all right. He ended up with a cut on his right elbow. She ended up with a cracked windshield. He says it happened when she hit him. She claims it happened when he punched the windshield out of anger. She also tried to claim she didn't hit him on purpose, and she just didn't see him there. But she eventually changed her story and admitted that she did. She's facing second-degree assault charges, and it sounds like their relationship is officially over. No amount of therapy is helping that. They've been dating for about a year.
Failed.
Like your ex.
This happened while they were driving?
She told him to get out.
I accidentally hit him. I didn't see him there.
Yeah.
In the driver's seat.
So there is a charity in New Zealand, the Auckland City Mission, and they had a shocking discovery recently. They accidentally handed out candies laced with meth. Yep. So these Rinda brand pineapple sucking candies were donated in a sealed package. And the charity had no idea what was inside. They were like, oh, cool candy, we'll give it out. When a food parcel recipient mentioned the candy tasted, quote, funny, they had them tested. It turns out they contained over 300 times the usual dose of meth. Now the charity's scrambling to reach out to the 400 people who might have received these candies.
Oh, my gosh.
And they're putting up warning posters all over the place. They're heartbroken over the whole situation, and they depend on donations to help those in need. The police think the donation was an accident, especially since the candy's worth over $600. If you come across these candies, the advice is simple. Give them to Rafe.
Yeah. I'll eat them.
Failed. This says that each one has a potential lethal amount of the drug.
Yeah,
sure.
Each
Wild.
one.
Here is a RizzShow Dad of the Year candidate. A 3-year-old kid is lucky to be alive after being found trapped inside a hot car in Germany. Police were called to the scene after a concerned passerby noticed the kid was in distress. The car was parked in direct sunlight. The boy was drenched in sweat. Again, 3 years old. Emergency responders quickly broke into the vehicle, rushed the kid to the hospital for treatment. But where was the kid's dad? What was he up to? Lern? Where was he?
Strip club.
Better.
Oh.
Better. He was visiting a nearby prostitute.
Oh, wow.
The man was arrested and faces serious charges. At least leave the window cracked. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Hot outside.
Be a good dad.
It's hot outside. Be a good dad.
Just be careful.
If you're going
out
to
there.
take your kid to a prostitute,
Take him
and
in.
you're going to leave him in the car, take him in, or at least leave the window cracked with his iPad.
Yes.
Stinky feet can be offensive, but nobody should die over it. 48-year-old guy in Iowa named David Carpenter arrested for attempted murder after he shot his father in the face last Sunday night. Thankfully, the dad is expected to make it. At the hospital, the father told police that he and the son were arguing about David's stinky feet before the shooting. And yes, David backed that up. David said he was in the living room with his father, who was in a motorized scooter, by the way, and his father accused him of having stinky feet. That ignited a larger, heated argument, and at some point, David went to another room to get a gun, came back, pointed it at his father's face. Then he says he accidentally pulled the trigger. David also charged with child endangerment because there were 2 kids younger than 14 in the home at the time.
Fail.
That gets that, and a...
Oh, yeah.
Definitely Hoosher. How cool would it be to have a slot machine at your house? Not that cool.
If there was money from somebody else, it'd be awesome.
It's not that cool.
Yeah.
I guess maybe, people come over.
Right.
Like, you're not going downstairs to the basement and play your own slot machine for what? But if people come over, it's a conversation
Drinking
piece.
game.
A man was arrested earlier this month after allegedly stealing slot machines from a home in Richmond, Indiana. So the incident happened on the 4th of August, a couple Sundays ago, around 6:30 in the morning. Officers responded to a residential burglary alarm. Upon arrival, deputies found an unlocked door and spotted 47-year-old Robert Bragg running out of the house carrying a slot machine. When ordered to stop, Robert dropped the machine, took off running through the backyard into a nearby bean field. After officers threatened to use a taser, he finally surrendered. While in custody, officers discovered that he also had the homeowner's debit card in his possession. When questioned about the theft, he said, couldn't resist. And yes.
Fail. I know a couple, 2-3 people with a slot machine in their house. Don't think they got it. Well, I know that they didn't get it fairly. There was a abandoned old casino in some random town. Like the whole town was abandoned in Nevada. And this place was destroyed, and a truck driver friend was there, and he's like, I can put these in the truck. And he took like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Hey. He took 4 slot machines?
Yeah, I don't know if they were even still had power to them. I mean, this building was like caving in. It was an abandoned town. The whole town.
Yeah, nobody's going to miss them.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully.
The partner machines are probably still in that building.
Man.
By the way, we have a lot of people saying that, Brian, aren't you supposed to be in Minneapolis today? Because Metallica's got a show. And
You're like James Hetfield.
Man, you do have a James Hetfield look to you.
I've heard people tell me that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's a compliment.
Just walking around with
Take it as a compliment.
Gibson Explorer. And I start signing autographs.
Yes, Roseanne Rizzuto checking in on the chat. Likes the cut of your jib.
Oh, nice.
Says you're a handsome
Everybody
man.
Mom will be in town next week, just so you know.
Yeah,
Introduce her to Brian. The lasagna.
And lasagna. You want to come over
You're
for
invited.
lasagna?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Couple more for you. Clearly, this guy was not working in a Genius bar. An employee at a phone repair store in Oklahoma City was arrested earlier this month after he sent himself an explicit video from a female customer's phone while he was supposed to be fixing it. So he thought he could get away with it by just texting it to his phone number. But he was caught before he even returned the phone. You see, the woman was using her computer while the phone was being fixed, and it was synced with the phone. So she saw a notification that a text had been sent from her phone to an unknown number. The message in question was a naughty video. She kept it in a locked photo album, so she immediately knew that he had accessed it and sent it to himself. Also, the phone number it was sent to was the same one that the guy had on his business card that he'd given her. Idiot. Charged with larceny and computer crimes.
Failed.
Now, stupid criminals aren't just known for dumb crimes. They're also notorious for making things worse after being caught. A man in Michigan named Darrell Jarrell, that's right, Darrell Jarrell, he was in court last week, and he was almost off the hook in a minor trespassing case. And then he decided to go off on the judge, just as he was about to adjourn the whole trial. Darrell shouted, quote, "I'm tired of the state. I'm ready to leave as soon as possible. It's trespassing. I could technically leave, and you guys could issue a warrant as long as I don't return. You could just kiss my ass." The judge did not appreciate that and hit him with 93 days in jail for contempt of court. That got Darrell even more heated, and he just started dropping F-bombs at the judge. After each one, the judge added another 93 days.
And another, and you get the horns.
And another, and another. Sentencing him to 6 altogether to be served consecutively. That's 558 days in jail for his foul mouth, which is a little over a year and a half. I've got audio.
What a dummy.
Homie, don't play.
It's trespassing. I could technically leave and you guys.
Some on the day, yeah.
93s consecutive.
And another. And another.
You imagine
and
being his lawyer? He's just tugging his shirt, going, "Come on, man, sit down,
I
please."
saw the same thing the other day, dude. A lady. She did the same, man. She just couldn't stop. And the judge just kept, she'd be like, "I don't care." She's like, it was the same thing. She's like, "You can't go back to your house." It was something about her going back. And she's like, "It's my house. I'll go home if I want." And he goes, "If you do, that's trespassing." He goes, "So? I'm going." He goes, "All right, 90 days. She goes, "Add more." He goes, "Okay, another 90. And she goes, "Keep going." He goes, "All right, another 90. She got up to like 6 years.
Oh,
it was a crazy amount. I'm like, is that even legal?
Have they seen The Breakfast Club?
Yeah, did these people not have parents? Because this is a parental move. You're 8 years old and you're fighting back on something. You're taking a stand, and you realize that taking a stand costs you.
She tried to say something walking away, too, and then he brought her back. She tried to get the last word in. He goes, bring her back.
No.
That's another 90. And I was like, man, this guy is just
classic parenting.
doling it out. I didn't even know. I'm like, is there a limit to that? What a judge. Can a judge just keep going?
Yeah.
If you keep.
It's his court.
Whew, brutal.
And finally, a DUI simulation at an annual police event got a little too real in New Jersey last Tuesday night, sending multiple people to the hospital. So police on the Jersey Shore have been running a, quote, ride-at event for 20 years, featuring a low-speed golf cart that's rigged up to simulate the experience of a drunk driver. So you're not in it alone. A cop rides on it with you. But things somehow went awry. While the golf cart was being driven by a minor, it veered off the course and crashed into a crowd of people, hitting 4 adults and a kid.
Oh, no.
Firefighters were already on the scene for the event, and they immediately began to treat injured persons. 5 people were taken to the hospital. 3 have since been released. The condition of the other 2 unknown. The police issued a statement calling the accident disconcerting and said they were sending sincere thoughts and prayers to those injured. Accident is under investigation. It's unclear if alcohol was involved.
Fail.
And those are your Friday fail stories.
All right.
Thank you. Brian, I got to thank you once again for bringing all the stuff in from Le Bon Boucher.
Thank you.
The cheesecake, the macarons,
iced coffees.
Iced coffees.
The cake.
French onion soup.
French onion soup.
Oh, yeah, French onion soup, yeah.
So what's the exact address so everybody knows?
12344 Olive Boulevard, right down the street.
Right down the street.
To remember.
Are you there all the time, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah.
great. So go see James Hetfield.
Just look for James Hetfield.
Yes.
Rizz's new stepdad after lasagna night.
That's right.
Yep.
He'll sing you Nothing Else Matters and make you some French onion soup.
All the ladies in the chat are very much in love with you. I hope you know
All
this.
right.
So way to go.
All right.
Dudes, too.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
I will take a break. We'll come back with some of your emails. It's 9:05. It is Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at
Traffic
you.
brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bommarito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it is a spectacle. Go to WWTRaceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Things are looking pretty clear. Your point forecast, fairly normal August day today. Humidity is going to go down as the weekend unfolds. Sunday's high will be about mid-80s, but today, high of 93. Right now, it is 74 at the Point Studio.
All right, King Scott's official bucket list. Now, for those of you that haven't been listening, we have compiled a list. We've talked about it several times. And we have a new competition coming up with punishments. I know everybody's been clamoring for that. That's coming. We're going to announce that in a week or so.
Announce the Rizz Olympics.
The Rizz Olympics. There's going to be a set of events, and the loser is going to have hell to pay. But on the flip side of that coin, because we do love each other, and we do, believe it or not, behind the scenes, there's a lot of positivity on this show. The flip coin is, we got a lot of stuff we can help each other accomplish, too.
Yeah, let's
help each other achieve our dreams. Let's lift each other up and then break each other down.
Yes.
That is how.
That's the Rizz Show way.
That's the dynamic we're looking for. So we went over some of Rizz's bucket list items, and some of Moon's bucket list items, and people have emailed in. There's sponsors emailing in. There are fans emailing in. They're going to help us achieve our dreams. So it's become a community effort. So let's see if we can get King Scott some help in some of his. Number 1 on King Scott's bucket list. I need some explaining.
How I have a buddy who has some major basement problems, and he has 2 big old cracks, and he called Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts, and they fixed him up. They fixed him up right, and they fixed him up for good. Now, you can get an incredible deal right now at moonloveswoods.com. A special offer for you, moonloveswoods.com. And Woods Basement Systems not only has helped me with basement systems, situations like basement waterproofing and foundation repair, crawl space repair, mold prevention, egress windows, but I had them fix what I call my front porch disaster, but it's not a disaster anymore. This situation has been handled, and it's been handled right and forever by Woods Basement Systems. I had a settling front porch. It was gnarly. I found out that it had been jacked up no less than half a dozen times before I owned this thing, and it just kept on going. It looked awful. It was dangerous for my parents to be leaving my front door. It was a safety hazard. But they came in, and then not only were they able to level the concrete, they installed piers so it's fixed forever. And, of course, they even fixed settling driveways. If they can raise a highway slab, they can raise your driveway. So, yeah, you got the basements, you got the front porches, you got driveways, and so much more all over at Woods Basement Systems. They do a lot more than you think they do, and you don't want to wait any longer with these types of problems. Prevent further damage. These problems don't get better with time. They get better with Woods. because the problem will be fixed forever. Check out Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts. Get that incredible deal at moonloveswoods.com.
So we've had this place for a little over a year now. And every time I come up here, I discover something new. Whether it be a new structure or just something hidden in part of the woods here. So a couple months ago, just spotted something in the woods and what the hell is that? So I went exploring and let me show you what I found. Check this out. That, my friends, is a hidden sawmill. So I drove out here one afternoon and I said, what the hell is this? Well, you get all this cut wood. You got this wooden structure out here. I said, what is that? And then I go in here, it's a big saw. So this is a sawmill that was just hidden in the woods. So I guess what you do is that little pipe at the end there, you'd hook a tractor up to that and turn the PTO on, and that spins the blade. And you would take your logs and you'd push your logs up onto here, and this thing slides, and you'd make yourselves some 2x4s or whatever. Am I ever going to use it? Absolutely not. All I could see is an accident happening. I mean, this guy was using this sawmill up until basically the day he died. And this was an 80-something-year-old guy who was taking logs, putting them.
It's summertime, and I'm sure you're like me. The last thing you want to do is make an extra stop to do your banking. Well, I have some great news. You really don't have to. You can do all your banking on the go with First Community, and I love this. I love that First Community has made it very, very simple. They have mobile banking, and you can do just about anything from your phone. You can check your balance, you can transfer money, and even make loan payments right there from your chair next to the swimming pool, which is amazing. You don't have to get up and leave that beautiful oasis. And if you need to make a deposit, you can do that also from your phone. You just take a picture of it, boom, it's sent. Absolutely incredibly easy, and I use that all the time. So you can even check your statement. You can also apply for loans, which is wild. So you can do all these amazing things right from your phone and the ease and comfort wherever you're at. If you're on a float trip, whatever, you can actually bank right there on the river. It's incredible. So go to First Community. They're here to make your money work for you, and they will make that dollar work for you and put your money to work and make it grow. Go to First Community. That's firstcommunity.com.
Mid-America Chevy Dealers present Point Fest.
It's 105.7 The Point, everything alternative. We are backstage at Point Fest, and I have the absolute honor of being joined by Sean and Mike from Alice in Chains. Guys, how are you?
Wow, how do you live up to that?
Yeah, we better not suck tonight.
That'll ruin our sound. So.
Wow.
All right, so the first question that I have is one that I've wanted to ask you guys and a band of your ilk for quite some time.
Ilk.
I like his vocabulary. He's good at what he does.
Well, when you are a band that has been around for as long as Alice in Chains has.
Millenniums.
And you were I don't know the best way to say this, so it might come out rough, but you were one of my favorite bands when I was in high school. Like, is that an odd thing for people to say? I've liked you for
Okay, we're old. Just say it. We're old.
I am too, man. I am too. But is that, I mean, because I don't mean it in a negative way whatsoever, but I mean, you guys.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 37.
All right. See, we're not that, we're a little older than you.
Yeah, but I mean, but again, do you mind kind of being, that sort of band? I mean, I think it speaks, volumes for the longevity of it.
It is what it is, right? I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. It's cool though that, it doesn't happen for everybody. Not everybody gets to have that kind of a longer career, and it wasn't on our account of trying to work it and everything. I mean, obviously we didn't talk to anybody for quite a long time.
NinjaBling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show. I wouldn't be upset if John or Dan Royce came through that door and said, "Happy birthday, Rizz. Here's
yeah, man.
Here's we made a Rizz necklace all in diamonds for you."
If they did that,
ladies and gentlemen, John Royce.
All right, hey, the experts over there would nail it. That's all I know.
You know, I'd love like
whatever they would come in with,
like
custom piece.
like a knuckle ring like that went across my knuckles that said Rizz in diamonds. Which, if you want that, they could do that.
Yeah, they do some incredible custom pieces. And you know what? I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't know anything about what jewelry fits what type of person or any of that kind of stuff. So when we went in there, we had some good ideas for Mallory's ring. We had this whole like idea. Told them like, hey, this is what we're into. She wants rose gold. She wants this. You know, what about that? And they said, oh yeah, these are all great ideas, but let me see your hands. And they literally said, let me see your hands. And she showed them her hands, and they said, oh, well, with fingers like yours, you should do a ring that's like this instead of that. And dude, they were right. They said, let me show you. And we saw the difference, and it was like, oh my gosh, these are the experts for a reason.
Yeah, it's stuff you wouldn't know. And that's what's great about them. They're not going to take advantage of your ignorance. It's the ethical jeweler. It's more choice jewelry, ninjabling.com, the exclusive jeweler of the Rizz Show, where you get the jewels and not the shaft.
.7 The Point. AO. Let's go. It's Liv Maddox, broadcasting live from the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater, and I am joined now by the one.
More treats.
More treats.
So many more treats. And by the way, so Donnie Fandango comes in during the break, and I guess he lost his headphones. I'm like, Donnie, please take a macaron. And he goes, no, I can't. You know, it's finally fitting to this shirt.
Yeah, he looks good.
I haven't fit into this shirt in months. Or do you say years even?
Yeah.
Greatest macarons on the planet, too. And
he wouldn't have a cookie except for my birthday.
You can't just have one.
No.
I know. He'll have one. We'll make him have one.
No, I don't listen.
You know, you've been trying to lose some LBs, too.
I know, and this is making it difficult.
We want you to live it up this weekend with these treats.
I'm gonna.
Good.
I'm gonna. So,
yourself.
I fasted for 48 hours because I knew all this was coming.
So Le Bon Boucher came in. And we got some delicious sweets from them. Thank you to the Chocolate Rooster for the gift basket.
Gooey butter, the little gooey butter bites.
Yeah,
Lord, they're good.
The gooey butter bites from them are insanity.
Second to none.
So thank you, Chocolate Rooster. I've had plenty of treats from them before. Whew. Thank you.
You're loved, dude.
You see that cheesecake? You got to crack into that Le Bon Boucher cheesecake.
Oh, I'm gonna.
I want some graham cracker crust.
I'm gonna. And what about the charcuterie board?
The Lou charcuterie. We've had this delectable dish before. This whole tray.
Last year they brought one.
It is the most gnarly charcuterie board you've ever seen. It is so gorgeous. It is so beautiful.
Dude, meats and cheeses. Woo, boy.
Pile on those meats.
You have to do emails.
You got to take a picture.
No, I did. I already took the photo.
Got no self-control.
You just want some. You want a
I
salami.
just
want to eat
before it rolled off the table.
I went to the card. I'm looking at.
I thought you were grabbing some meat.
They got the
for your
little
mouth.
pickles. Oh my God, you guys!
I kind of would have had you not called me out on that, you jerk. Yeah, look at dude. I mean, look at blueberry vanilla goat cave aged blue. What?
Cave aged.
It's right here. I see
Creamy
it.
brie, caramelized onion cheddar. These are just the cheeses. Look at all these cheeses on here, man. It says happy birthday, Rizz.
Thank you.
They got fruits
Thank
in
you,
here I
Carly.
only see in movies.
That's the Lou Charcuterie.
Yeah, Carly does a great
thank
job.
you to the Chocolate Rooster. Thank you to Le Bon Boucher. These are all fantastic places, near and dear to my heart.
Awesome.
And we'll put all their info up on our socials if you want to experience this stuff for yourself.
We're
This
spoiled.
is no joke.
Yeah, we're a spoiled city, man.
Yeah. We got some great places. And I love you all. Thank you so much for the birthday stuff.
We love you too.
And thank you for the surprise phone calls from my mother and Chip Carey and
Scott.
King Scott.
There's one more gift. It's in the other room. You want me to get it now, or you want to?
Well, bring it in now.
Okay.
George O'Shea.
Take your time.
In a way, also Wayne Knight.
And Wayne Knight.
Take your time. I need to get something out of
For
this.
doing the most.
Start reading emails.
Okay,
For
fine.
doing the most Newman thing he could have done, which was deprive you of the joy.
So as I'm just so you know, just as I'm doing Friday fail stories, the macarons are next to me, and I see little hands come over.
What do you mean little hands? You call these little hands?
I was a dainty hand.
Little Cabbage Patch
Little
doll
dainty
hands.
They might be quite soft and nice, but they're not little.
Okay. So this is to Rizz, the Bullfrog, Laura, and the Queen, Scotty Notions. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's me. Happy birthday. Oh, it's from you guys. Thank
Scotty,
you.
no
I love you,
shits.
Dad.
How's from you guys?
Oh, it's from you guys.
Birthday blessings.
There's no treats in this one.
Happy 50th for Moon. Enjoy your birthday weekend. Love Lern. Oh, okay.
Oh. Tim wrapped this.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Tim wrapped it?
No, he didn't.
That's sound like I love Tim more and more every day.
It's a really great wrapping job.
Great
I will
wrapping.
say
You know,
that.
I got
Whoever
that.
did that.
You know where I got that
I would
soft wrapping
never
paper?
believe
Dude,
a
this
man
is the
wrapped
softest wrapping paper I've
Dude.
ever felt in my life.
Yeah, it looks like
World
cloth.
Market. The best. I
Dude,
love
feel
them.
that's
Can you reuse it here? Let me.
I
I'll take
also
this
would
home.
never believe
What
a
the
dude
heck?
wrapped that present by just how well it was done.
well, Tim is
The
a man
weirdest
of.
paper ever.
It is soft, right? It's like creamy
It's irrelevant.
It
paper.
doesn't. What is that?
Yeah, and you don't get a
Many
paper cut
skills.
from it.
You can make a tent out of
T-shirt.
this.
Oh, it's a Goodfellas T-shirt.
Okay, and I didn't know the size, so I don't know. You could sleep in it if it's too big. I'm sorry. It's XL.
It's an XL. I'll grow into it.
Okay, good. Or you can take it back. The receipt's in there.
No,
so.
thank you guys.
If you eat all these macaroons and cake, it'll fit just
And
right.
it's picture of Joe Pesci and Ray Liotta.
Who were today's
who were
Freak of the
today's
Week
Freak of the
winners?
Weeks?
Look at this. It all ties together. Happy birthday.
Synchronicity, baby.
I feel like this is like a magician trick. Like, all right, I'm going to put the winner in the box
For the Freak of the Week.
like 3 weeks ahead of time.
There you go.
Ray Liotta and Flo Pesci, and then you got a Goodfellas shirt.
Thank you guys. Love you
Rizz
guys.
the Mentalist.
Very cool.
Thank you guys.
My address is on that box, so please don't dispose of that here at the studios.
I'm going to make sure that all the cameras.
Physically tear this paper, Learn. It's some of the most
It's
satisfying.
impossible.
I know. Touch this paper.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Touch paper.
Touch this, right?
Touch this.
All right, we got time for like 2 emails.
Okay, emails brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Let's see. Hey, guys, and Learn. I heard you guys on the podcast talking about singing songs intended for the opposite sex and people's reactions. Because Learn and I were both talking about, people right now. Like it's such a weird, testy time that
So man, I feel like a woman.
Yeah, we had somebody singing Shania Twain, and the whole crowd turned on him. And listen, that's one of the songs that we do in the Alabama Dirtbag set. And I don't want to get booed off the Ball-Wind Days stage.
Nobody's going
tonight.
to boo you off stage.
No, but you'd be surprised. Anyways, this person said the Beatles themselves did it with a song called Boys with Ringo on lead vocals. But it also made me think about songs that didn't age well. If Moon and Lern decided to cover the long version of Money for Nothing, how do you handle the homophobic slur?
And you know what? And even when Dire Straits did it,
Yeah.
they don't sing that song.
No, we do cover that song. We play Money for Nothing, and we say Lil Mama instead of the F word that is derogatory for
gay people.
homosexuals. Yes.
This person says, in the 80s, nobody cared. Do you sing it as originally written or risk the blowback of using that word even though you didn't write it?
Because Dire Straits,
They
don't sing it.
They don't sing it. And also radio stations edit it. And we do sing that song. And I remember when we decided as a band to bring it in, we all had a band meeting about it. And I was like, I feel very uncomfortable with that.
The band itself doesn't sing that part.
That's also context for that song. If you listen to the lyrics, they're talking about other people, calling them that because of the way having an earring or whatever.
Right. They're actually referring.
Lil Mama with the earring and the makeup.
Yeah, they weren't punching down or anything, even in those days.
They were actually referring to Elton John in that.
And what somebody who is a bigot would say.
Right.
Yes.
I don't even curse. Even if there's curse words on a couple things, it's pretty rare. I got to be at Vices and Redbud or something where the party's
you gotta know
rowdy.
your audience.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, if there's a curse word or two in a song that we're doing tonight, I don't say it.
Not at Baldwin Days outside with families.
But it's also just not my style.
Yeah, but if we're at Ballpark Village for, let's say, our Halloween bash, you let it fly.
Yeah, it depends.
What a prude.
I curse at some of our shows, the bar gigs.
Yeah, it doesn't feel right for me, man.
No, what do you say at the end of Friends in Low Places? Kiss my buns?
That's we don't do the third verse typically.
Interesting.
By that point, nobody listens. Everybody's so hammered.
and
By that point, it's we could do it.
Even if you see me write something personal on social media, I never curse. Never. Never. I never do. I never curse on social media.
Have you not cursed on the number 2 show yet?
No.
I'm handling that for everybody.
No, even on podcasts, I won't do it.
I do. I say, in those unedited formats where it can fly, no FCC around, I do just speak in my language.
I don't do it. All right, one more.
Hey, this email is for Rizz. I just dropped off, and I'm reading this because we just talked about this morning. I just dropped off my oldest son for his first day of 8th grade, his last day of middle school. He has attended school in the same building, kindergarten through 8th grade, ages 5 to 14. I thought I was handling this situation just fine. And then I got to work, and one of the first songs that I heard on Spotify was Forever Young by Alphabet. Oh, God. Now I can't remember which exact version of Forever Young that made Rizz cry in his car on the way home from his son's high school orientation.
Rod Stewart.
But it is because I remembered Rizz's story of his, quote, human emotions coming out about his baby boy growing up. That, and now I'm sitting at my desk blubbering like a fool.
Well, because it was 2 songs that hit me. It was, I believe it was, one was, I think it was Bob Seger. There was a Bob Seger song that hit me.
It wasn't Night Moves.
No.
And the other one was a Twisted Sister. If I
No, it was Kiss.
Oh. Are you being serious?
Yeah, Lick It Up from Kiss.
Oh, jeez.
Lick it up. But that didn't get me about the boy.
Okay. I know what the Seeger song was.
No, you know what it was? It was We Got Tonight was on, and then this came up next, and I'm like, and you got 2 kind of the same tempo songs.
Yeah. Same theme.
For the kids going to college.
You can see this
parents.
video in my head. It's like Rod
Was it
Stewart
Turn the
standing on a
Page?
cliff in like Ireland. I said it was.
I think it was. It could have been Turn the Page.
Was it a 5-Finger Death Punch song?
We get tonight.
Was it I Got Your 6 by 5-Finger Death Punch?
Dude. I'm getting emotional now.
Listen to Audra May's version of this song if you really want to have your eyes leak all over the place.
The video is Rod Stewart like holding a kid in the back of like a truck.
Yeah, very awkward.
And standing on is he standing like on the cliffs of like Ireland as part of it? I know they do the thing like your school picture where he's singing and then you see his profile up and over his shoulder.
He's like squeezing the crap out of this kid.
Yeah, the kid's like, what am I doing? This is like the third take of this crap, old man.
This is a murder-suicide. Rod Stewart's murder-suicide.
And you know it's not his kid. It's some model.
It almost looks like
stay forever young.
It kind of looks like the banjo kid from what's that movie?
Deliverance?
Yeah, Deliverance. No. Doesn't it look like they grabbed the same kid? Hey, man, I got a great role for you. Rod Stewart's pulling a video.
The video for the song features Alex Zuckerman.
Well, that's from Kristen.
Alex Zuckerman.
Sent from a keyboard covered in tears, she said.
Oh, that's nice. Let me see here. Oh, dude, this kid went on to actually a pretty decent career.
Deliverance?
Alex Zuckerman plays the kid in Rod Stewart's 1988 music video for Forever Young. In the video, Stewart sings to the child while scenes of rural America pass by. The video was filmed in Hidden Valley, Ventura County, California. That's where they make ranch dressing, guys. He was in...
he did a video down there. That's cool. I was where Rod Stewart was once.
Nothing I've ever seen. But he's got some credits. The kid.
Good.
Nothing I've ever seen, but he has worked.
Yes, listen, if you drop the kid off at school, listen to Forever Young as you pull out of the parking lot.
Don't worry about that day.
And try not crying.
Yeah. Dude, listen, for real, look up an artist called Audra May and the Forest Rangers and her version of that song. You'll definitely cry. She's like, oh, you didn't cry for Rod? And she's like, I'll slow it down and make it super sad for you.
All right, sports next, 9:27. Friday, one final look at your traffic and weather, Moon, coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The Bomberito 500 at WWT Raceway is not just a race, it's a spectacle. Go to www.raceway.com now because the first deal is the best deal. Things are clear on the roads. Your point forecast, fairly normal August day today. Humidity is going to go down as the weekend unfolds. Sunday's high is going to be about mid-80s. Today's high, 93. Right now it's 77 at the Point Studio.
Well, here we are at the Chaffetz Arena, gigantic show tonight with the Killers, joined by Brandon and Ronnie. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Yeah. I love the album. Wonderful, Wonderful is out now. It is it's such a great record. I think very much worth the wait. I want to know first things first about Jackknife Lee. That produced this record for you. I know there were a couple of other guys as well that did a track, but I want to know about a producer and what his role is with you guys and how you know he's the right one to work with.
To get a new vehicle, you know, and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, there's so many options out there, but I want to go to a dealership I can trust. I want to have that full experience, you know, buying a car is an investment, whether it's pre-owned or brand new. And hey, Munganess, the family of dealerships that you see around town, they're going to treat you like family from, you know, going out to the lot. Well, actually, no, even before that, you know, you could go to stlouisacura.com, you could go to altontoyota.com, kind of sneaking around in that inventory selection, see what you like, make a list. Go out to some of the dealerships, maybe this weekend, and, you know, do that whole thing where you're haggling, figuring out what's in your price range. What are you going to do for me? Munganess is going to take care of you like family. That's what they're going to do. I've never known another dealership in town that has a designated phone line for an audience, and that's the Weirdo phone line. It is 618-539-2288. When you call that, somebody's going to answer, and you can say, hey, I'd like to talk to Jamie Burkhardt, okay? And then Jamie's going to get on the phone. He's a GM over at St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota, and he can answer your questions that you got about the inventory, about the service department. You can just talk to him. He's a really nice dude. So go with where you're going to be treated like family, and go with the dealership you're going to be able to trust for cars beyond this year and more. Munganast, Acura, and Munganast Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, up in Alton.
Hey, so welcome back to the farm. In the last video, you saw me on the tractor with the brush hog in the field, trying to get everything all good. Kind of a pain. So I called in reinforcements. My friends from McCoy Construction and Forestry, they're here, and they brought toys. Hi, guys.
Hey, what's going on, Rizz?
Chad and Steve and Mike. Okay, so we got some mowers, because I need some help in the field.
Absolutely.
So you guys saw me with the big brush hog, and you know, with the elderberry plants out there, I can't really get close to the plants with that big brush hog.
Sure.
So this is for more of a precision cut.
Yes, absolutely. But allow you to get a little closer to those elderberries. So at this point, this is a bad boy commercial zero-turn machine.
It literally is a bad boy. It says bad boy on it.
And it'll cut a lot of grass in that pasture up there for you. It's a 16-inch cut. Want to hop on and see if you can get this thing going?
I have no idea what to do.
Well, that's a seat. Let's start off by sitting in the seat.
No, I know
there.
I can sit in the seat. I know this is a seat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to get in the seat.
Yeah.
All right.
Give her a crank.
All right. We've started.
Yeah. And next.
Okay, now.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, what do I do? I put the brake down?
Yep, you got the brake on the left-hand side.
Brake down, okay.
These guys you're going to bring into your center. So bring left and right drive tires.
Okay, oh boy.
And now you're able to drive this thing wherever you want.
Now backwards is which way? This?
You know, I got home and my wife said, surprise for your birthday, went to Patricia's. Maybe some sexy lingerie or stiletto heels. I don't know. I don't want to be dirty. Maybe the kids are listening. But listen, Patricia's, it's where fun and fantasy meet. That's where you go for the sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, stiletto heels, adult toys for men and women, lotions, lubes. I mean, just they got it all. It's all about fun. It's all about fantasy, having a good time. Nothing too serious at Patricia's. And don't be embarrassed about walking in there. Trust me, the employees over there have heard it all. They're not going to make it weird for you. You're the one that's making it weird. The place is well lit. Again, it's just a pleasant shopping experience. If you're planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, you're in charge of doing that, make sure you stop by Patricia's for your party supplies. 3 locations, St. Peter's, the Cave Springs exit on Page, 3 miles east of Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. It's Patricia's. It's where fun and fantasy meet.
All right, so way back Point Fest, we are backstage with the Urge, and we just learned a very valuable lesson. That when the microphone says mute, that means that they can't hear Steve.
It's muted. That is not working.
That is not working.
It ain't happening.
Boy, oh boy. So we found out so far that I'm sweaty. The microphones don't work. We are off to a bang upstart here, gentlemen. A bang upstart.
Get that out of the way now.
Well, I very much appreciate you guys chatting. And Bill, especially you, man. You're what did you do to the back?
Oh, Doc says I have a herniated disc. I don't know. That's
Big deal.
Oh yeah.
Not their play.
It's gotta be. Do you remember?
Drink his way
Yeah. Do you remember 16
Lindy's
Candles?
Yes.
Like Joan Cusack in 16 Candles. This is going to be kind of my stage move today.
Nice. The doctor told him book some more Urge shows, and then then we'll look at it.
Yeah, it might be slightly less energetic than usual. But
You know, one thing that I've been paying attention to that's not necessarily Urge related, your photography that you have been taking on IG is really something else, man. If you don't follow Bill, you really should, man.
Oh, nice.
Well, because you guys were just in San Francisco and you
Yeah.
took some beautiful shots.
we got to go tour a winery and everything was fun. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
very good.
That's awesome.
No, it's all good. I think that's one of the fascinating things about you guys is you're all very different individuals. And so when I hear from various members from time to time that sometimes it takes a little while for Urge business to get done, I'm not surprised by this.
That's a nice way of putting it.
I think so. But that's
phrase.
But that's an all right thing, and that's probably a very healthy thing for where you guys are right now. You know what I'm
like
saying?
each other personally. It makes it hard.
Yeah.
On the way to a job and you know it's not a career and you're like, I'm just waiting for a sign to show me where to go. Well, lay the path for a new career. This is the sign. Apply.ficstl.org. Apply.ficstl.org. You can start your career as a floor layer apprentice with the Carpenters Union today. Apply now. Call 314-644-4800 or just go to that website that I mentioned, apply.ficstl.org, and get paid while you learn. You know, as I was saying, a lot of people stress out because they're like, oh, you know, I'm pot committed. I've done 5 years or 10 years in some job or some career and it's going nowhere. And then you're like, oh, man, I don't have the time, you know, to set aside all this time to then get an expensive degree and pile on debt and delay years of earning potential. Well, this is not one of those situations. This is an earn while you learn education model that allows hardworking individuals to make money while learning the skills necessary to embark on a successful career. Plus, union membership, union benefits, medical, dental, vision coverage, pension, and annuity benefits. The list goes on. And if you want to read the list for yourself, go to the website where you can apply at apply.ficstl.org.
Hey guys, it's Lux and Jacoby from Papa Roach.
What's up?
How are you doing?
Well, I mean, I'd like to say I'm doing good. I'm just much rather be playing a rock show tonight.
I would much rather be watching you play a rock show. This is such a bummer.
I know, very much so. We just got the news like an hour ago.
Crap on celebrities. Lern was talking about how there's going to be a John Madden biopic, and they have Nicolas Cage playing John Madden, which is that's got everybody's mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what John Madden looks like?
Yes.
He's like you know,
built guy, right? I have my John
Portly.
Portly?
What would you say?
Sure.
Who would make the best?
His whole life.
No, I mean he was.
If I ever looked like John Madden and had a woman that looks like Lern say that I was built, man,
I was thinking of a different guy.
He was a portly guy.
Oh yeah, he's a big feller.
Even when he was coach of the, head coach of the Raiders, he was a big guy.
He is big. He was an '80s looking like he had the dad bod, '80s dad bod.
His head is so big.
Okay, who would play John Madden? And first,
John Goodman.
That's it. How did we not say John Goodman?
But John Goodman's lost some weight.
Yeah, but for the role, he'll put some back on. St. Louis's own.
Do you think? And I'm not trying to be an idiot here. Do you think that Nick Cage will put on weight, or will they CGI, or will it be a suit like Medea? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know. I'm going to be very curious to see how they're going to pull this off. But John Goodman is the guy.
Yeah.
Great actor. He's got it kind of. You could see it.
Look.
You could see it. You could see it.
Like they can get Homeboy. They've been getting for all the portly roles. That Randy Hauser, whatever his name is. Guy from I, Tonya?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The guy, Stingray from Cobra Kai.
Yeah. I feel like he's been crushing it in all those roles.
Yeah, what was he in recently? He was in a movie.
He was the guy that played
Richard Hatch? No, not Richard Hatch.
He was the bomber guy.
The bomber, the Olympic bomber.
Yeah, but there was something else that he was in recently that he just.
He's in a lot of stuff. He's awesome.
Well, he played
Richard Jewell.
Yes, he played Richard Jewell, but he also played
Sean Eckert in I, Tonya.
Yes, give me a second. I'm going to get there.
I'm throwing him out.
In the Manhunter Netflix series, Ed Kemper. He played the serial killer Ed Kemper, and he did a great job.
Really? Yeah, he's great, that guy.
He was Neo in The Matrix.
Nope.
Wasn't he? No.
Nope. Have some more salami, Moon.
I will.
Tearing on that charcuterie board.
Oh, man,
Oh,
this
yeah. Hey,
board
may,
is
Right?
may I have
the
a piece of
best.
your birthday gift?
Well, after sports. All right, what do you got?
Sports brought to you by Jack and Coke, the popular cocktail, now available in ready-to-drink cans. Minnesota Vikings fans are going to have to wait to see J.J. McCarthy on the field. Their 2024 first-round draft pick underwent a full meniscus repair this week. Head coach Kevin O'Connell says that the rookie's going to be out for the season. Sorry, whoops. He injured himself in the preseason opener. Hate to see that. Stayed in the game despite his knee being sore, and then the Vikings took a closer look 2 days later and said, you're screwed, boy. You got a torn meniscus, man. It's over. Yep, they sat him down, and they're figuring out the full extent of the injury, but he did go undergo that surgery. And, man, I hate that. I feel so bad for the kid, dude. Oh, what a bummer. In a recent interview, the USA Today, Jim Harbaugh revealed that he met with Colin Kaepernick during the offseason and offered him a spot on the L.A. Chargers coaching staff. Harbaugh, who took over as a Chargers head coach in January after leaving Michigan, mentioned that Kaepernick was considering the offer but hadn't followed up yet. Harbaugh and Kaepernick obviously have a history. Harbaugh coached him for 4 seasons with the 49ers after Kaepernick was drafted in 2011. Although Kaepernick hasn't played in the NFL since 2016, Harbaugh praised him as one of his favorite players to coach and believes he'd be an excellent coach if he chooses this path. Chargers will face the Rams in their second preseason game this Saturday. The Dallas Cowboys. I believe King Scott mowed the lawn a little bit in his goo earlier and said that they are the most valuable team in the National Football League. We kind of knew that, but now they are estimated to have their value at $10.32 billion. $10.32 billion. First NFL team to crack that $10 billion mark. Here is the list of the top 10 most valuable NFL teams.
How about we guess?
Give me a guess. Number 1, obviously, Dallas Cowboys. I have the top 10.
Usually it's like the big market team, so probably the Giants.
The Giants are number 3, $7.65 billion.
Miami Dolphins.
The Miami Dolphins, number 7, $6.76 billion.
Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are.
We already said they were number
We've been
1.
talking about that for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
49ers.
I've been eating charcuterie board. I'm not gonna lie to you.
49ers, number 5, $6.86 billion. You say Patriots. The Patriots are not on the list. I'm sorry, they're number 4.
Show me Seahawks.
$7.31 billion.
The
no.
Bears.
Seahawks, no. Bears, no.
The Commanders.
The Commanders, yeah, number 10, $6.3 billion.
Rams.
Who's number 2?
You're missing. Number 2 is the Rams.
The Raiders.
$7.79 billion. The Raiders are actually on the list. Las Vegas Raiders at 6.7. You are missing a big one here,
What
dudes.
number?
You're missing number 6 and number 8.
Giants.
I said the Giants.
Oh.
But they're
Bengals.
cousins.
The Jets.
The Jets are 6.8 billion. But what was the last one
The
you
Jets.
said?
No, the Bengals. What did I say?
No, not the Bengals. Guys, big giant market football.
Okay.
San Francisco
Cincinnati.
49ers.
No,
the 49ers.
Football is what they bleed over there. That's all they
Green
care
Bay
about.
Green Bay.
Packers.
No,
Oh.
but that's a great guess. I forgot about the Packers.
Where else
Every
they-
city in America.
Pittsburgh.
The goddamn Eagles, man. It's the Eagles.
The freaking Eagles.
The friggin'
What,
Eagles.
the Steelers not on there?
No.
You lose, sir.
Oh.
The Steelers get nothing. The Eagles are
Oh, I hate the
6.75
freaking
billion.
Eagles, man.
Hate the freaking Eagles, Moon. That's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow. Hate the freaking Eagles. Hate the freaking
All right,
Eagles.
thank you. One final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.
Backstage at Point Fest, and I'm completely honored to be joined by Ed from Live. This is one of my childhood dreams to always talk to you every time you're in town.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Been following you. I was telling your tour manager, I've been following you guys since, and I'm sorry if nobody out there cares, but I'm going to walk down memory lane with you. MTV 120-minute tour, Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Shrine Mosque, I think is what it was.
I think so. It was our first tour.
That was your first tour?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you guys were like, talk about just being with the guys you grew up with. You guys were like 12 at the time or something.
Yeah, we started the band when we were 13, coming out of 8th grade into high school. And that tour you mentioned, that was 1992. So that was our first road experience with Public Image Limited and Big Audio Dynamite and Blind Melon.
Yeah, that was amazing, and that's one of those. That's like obviously the first time I saw you, but even more creepy. I have a Public Affection CD.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. There aren't too many of those around.
Is there no restraining?
Hey, are you looking for a new line of work? We talked about jobs and what they paid yesterday, and maybe that made you be like, it's time for me to get a new job. Well, guess what? This weekend, The St. Louis County Police Department recruiters and officers will be at the Bommarito 500 Worldwide Tech Raceway on Friday and Saturday in Sauget from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Look for the department's tent and marked vehicles. It's a great day to learn about career opportunities and to talk to current officers and employees, ask questions about the hiring process, and get signed up for the mass testing event on Saturday, September 7th, to work for the St. Louis County Police Department. And, man, they got some good bennies. They got sent all over a little benny list. You get 12 weeks paid maternity, paternity leave, department daycare opening this year, tuition reimbursement, generous PTO, medical, dental, vision insurance, numerous specialized unit opportunities, education pay for commissioned officers, countless secondary opportunities, longevity pay, wellness unit and peer support, and shift differential pay. They got benefits coming out your ears over there at the St. Louis County Police, and they got all sorts of positions open, from polygraph testers to helicopter pilots to being a cop to being a detective. Whatever you're into, whatever you may have thought you'd be good at when you watch CSI Miami, now's your chance. You could go find out. So for more information, go down to Bommarito this weekend and talk to them, and then go to the job fair on September 7th. That's the St. Louis County Police.
He is kind. He is supple. He is magical. He is stainless. He is sensual. He is raw. He is power. He is limber. He is untouched. He is pure. King Scott Extra Virgin Royal Oil. Maintain your purity.
So let's start off with an easy one.
Okay.
You have this incredible career with Everclear.
Right.
Made all of these records. You've had, I would think, multiple opportunities to do like a solo record, but you're going to put out a solo record for seemingly the first time in your career.
For not seemingly the first time.
The first time in your career. Why now?
Well, I mean, you know as well as I do that Everclear has been my baby from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's my thing. So as far as doing a rock band situation, I never felt really a need to do a solo record. I tried to do one once, and it turned into an Everclear record. And I wanted this to be different. I wanted this to be just me playing everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's mostly acoustic guitar, acoustic bass, some keyboards, some drums, not drums on every song. I sing all the vocals. I play all the instruments. Co-produced it with a friend of mine who's a great engineer, producer. And, yeah, it's very raw. It sounds like it sounds like an Everclear meets Cat Stevens meets Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young.
Oh, wow.
But with some Elvis Costello in there.
All right. I like it. I look forward to that. One of the reasons that I've always liked you and liked your band is because there was always this sort of punk sensibility on those and not only a punk sensibility in the music, but you as well sort of have a little bit of that punk rock swagger.
Absolutely. I've always had that. I've always seen myself in the punk rock aesthetic.
Well, but you're buddies with
mean?
like Jim Lindbergh from Pennywise and those guys, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I don't mean to name drop.
No. We're all suburban dads, that live in Southern California that all grew up with a lot of the same music. They went a lot more punk rock than I did. I'm older than those guys, so there's more of a sense of melody to it as far as I'm concerned. But, I mean, underlying, I've always looked at Everclear as a punk/hard rock band with a singer-songwriter. That's what we are.
Well, absolutely.
And it's not, it's not reinventing the wheel, but it's unique in its own right. And that's what we are.
Yeah, agreed. There are some artists that we have that will play our way back show, and will not want us to use the phrase way back when we're kind of speaking of them. You, on the other hand, you do the Summerland Festival. You embrace that.
Why not?
Yeah, that's kind of more my question for you. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think some other artists have like a hard time? Like, just people like it. No, they're coming out to see you no matter what it's called.
No one, a lot of people, especially people who feel a little insecure about.
Yes, as we're eating a big old plate of meats, and there are some vegetables on there and some delicious cheeses. But think about what you're putting into your body at a microcellular level. Are you eating only whole foods? Probably not. We live in the year 2024. So that means places like Victory Men's Health are going to help you get on track with exactly what your body needs so that you and I can live well into our triple digits. And, you know, if you're healthy and spry, you'll be all right as a 100-year-old dude. Now, if you need a quick fix, they have IV vitamins, which are excellent. King Scott, Rafe, and I have all done this before at Victory Men's Health. You sit in a massage chair, you watch Scarface or whatever game is on. There's a bar cart, and they just hook you up to all the different vitamins that you need, and you're going to be well on your way to living your best life this weekend. So, you know, maybe you got meats hanging out of your mouth right now, and you're thinking to yourself, I need to be living better. VictoryMen'sHealth.com to get an appointment.
Hello, my name is Jeff from the Rizzuto Show, and I'm standing here underneath the beautiful Hubbard sign. This is our, quarter mile, whatever it is, to keep clean, and because I lost real and fake again, I have to clean up the highway. So we're here at 270 in Olive, and I'm going to go clean up the highway, so enjoy.
40 years ago, plastic surgery there was a stigma attached to it. Like, ooh, she had work done. Yuck. Now it's not a thing. There's no stigma attached to it. Listen, you look good, you feel good, it's good for your mental health, and of course you want to go to the best. And the best is right down the street from the radio station, and that's Parkcrest Plastic Surgery on New Ballas and Creve Court. And I have a dear, dear friend who had some complications from a plastic surgery, went to Parkcrest to get it fixed. And Dr. Kaplan and Dr. McGuire tell me, like, that's a common thing. Somebody messes up and they'll fix the problem. People travel from all over to see Dr. Kaplan, to see Dr. McGuire. They've treated patients from all around the world. They both helped lead vital clinical research that's led to major changes in the industry. Yeah, we're lucky to have the two doctors here in St. Louis. They'll do everything from mommy makeovers to your traditional liposuctions to laser hair removal to permanent makeup. They got you at Parkcrest. It's Parkcrest Plastic Surgery, parkcrestplasticsurgery.com.
The great battles of our time. Man versus nature, intellect versus instinct. Burrito versus butthole. Here in this fortress of solitude, we reflect and ponder tough questions about life and ourselves. And the toughest question of all may be, what do I wish I could accomplish before I die? Mine eyes have seen the glory. The proverbial bucket list. Why is it called that? Do you have one? Should you have one? If so, what should be on it? Let's dive.
Basement systems. Now, they helped me with a big deal. My front porch situation was a bad situation. The thing was settling and sinking. Maybe you saw some pictures on my social media of the disaster that it was, and now the absolute miracle that it is, thanks to Woods Basement Systems, the all things basement-y experts. Of course, you know them for decades in our area for doing all the all things basement-y stuff. The basement waterproofing, foundation repair, crawl space repair, mold prevention, egress windows. They just helped my friend who had 2 giant cracks in his basement, his foundation. Woods will help you with all those things, but they can also help you with concrete leveling. And beyond that, mine needed more than just concrete leveling and needed piers to do to be done the right way. And Woods educated me on exactly what the right way to do was. And I was fascinated. I watched the whole situation, and it has really fixed my whole problem. And not just fixed it for now, fixed it forever. If they can fix that, if they can raise a highway slab, they can fix your settling driveways as well. Maybe you got an older house like I do, and things are just really starting to settle and sag and not look good. Call Woods Basement Systems. There's a special deal waiting for you at moonloveswoods.com. I'm going to repeat that website. Don't wait any longer. Prevent further damage. These problems don't get better with time. They get better with Woods because the problem will be fixed forever. Go to moonloveswoods.com.
Hey everybody, it's Jeff Burton from the Rizzuto Show. Thanks for tuning into the Facebook takeover with, my goodness, Taylor Momsen. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm going to get the geeky fan side of this out of the way first, which nobody watching is going to be surprised about. But I've been a fan for a while. You and I have chatted a handful of times, and the last couple of times that we did it, I'm sure you don't remember this, but we do a picture together, and I started collecting them. Can you see that?
Oh shit!
Look at you. I think you're 17 in that first one.
Baby, I am a baby in that one. Look at you. Without the
I know. You were a baby. I'm still an old man. So.
No, that's great. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's get talking again, man.
I don't know how we're gonna work this one out. We'll try to turn it sideways or something. But hello and. Thank you for taking the time for doing this. I know it's been a very, very long time since you've been to St. Louis to play a show. What have you, the $2 question, what have you been doing during all of this downtime, this quarantine? What have you been up to?
I have been, we just released a single. We just released Rock and Roll. So I've been doing a lot of this, a lot of promoting from home and figuring out how to work from home, which is different. I'm adapting.
Yeah.
That, and then when I'm not doing this, I've been playing just a ton of guitar.
Oh, that's amazing. It's amazing that you have that to fall back on and to do. And talking about working from home, I broadcasted from my house for like 7 weeks, right? And so 2 weeks ago, I guess 2 Mondays ago or whatever, was my first day back. And then, so I've been quarantined in this, what we call a producer's room, right? So when I go in there and I start show prepping, I get to listen to the radio station. This morning, I get there at 3 a.m. on the day that I'm going to talk to you on Facebook Live.
To save money on your car insurance and home insurance, and I want you to give my agent, Tracy Bibb, a call. Tracy Bibb at Allstate Insurance got some great rates, very competitive rates out there. So if you're looking to save some money, why not call? Just give her a call, get a no-obligation quote, and see if she could save you money. Honestly, I have all my policies through the Bibb Agency. Both cars, the house, 2 life insurance policies, and an umbrella policy. And I've been a client for a long, long time now. Tracy Bibb's great. She's going to work you to make sure you have the right type of coverage for when something happens. And I say when because not if. We're all going to have a claim in our lifetime with either our car or our home. And when claims do arise, Tracy's going to make that claims process easy and simple. Just give her a call, 314-328-4260. That's 314-328-4260. Get that no-obligation quote. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
Hello, I'm Lefty Borton, here for you, your Valentine's 2016 holiday dating tips. Number 1. Fireplaces are great, but don't get too close. Human hair is flammable. Tip number 2, a bearskin rug is romantic. Go with something dark. It'll hide most of the stains. Alcohol is key. Always check for an ID. If you don't know, the judge will tell you. Tip number 4. Trash bags should always be within reach. I'm fine.
I have mine within reach all the time. We're not going to get to all of them. I haven't even gotten to the clamps yet. We're out of time for this year. I'll see you next year with Lefty Borton's Valentine's Tips for 2017. Goodbye for now.
To eat deliciously and locally this weekend, maybe even lunch later today. You're looking for a patio. It's kind of nice out there. Why not go to Sauce on the Side? SauceOnTheSide.com is where you can find all of their 12 locations in 12 years. And August is their anniversary month. So they got that €12 anniversary calzone. I'm going to read it off to you. Lamb meatballs, fontina and feta cheese, red onion, Roma tomatoes, Kalamata olives, cucumber, and then the tzatziki sauce that is homemade on the side. There's 2 new locations, Edwardsville and Cottleville. They do deliver, so take advantage of that. And then you can enter promo code LERN, L-E-R-N, and get some 10% off when ordering online using that code, okay? Everything is made in-house. They have freezers there, but nothing is frozen, right? Nothing is not fresh when you get a calzone from Sauce on the Side. Fresh ingredients, no freezer use in that regard. And gluten-free, too. If you're looking for options, gluten-free calzones. They have, of course, pile on the meat calzones, vegetarian calzones, salads, stuff for the kids, deliciousness, and beer and wine if you need one of those on the patio as well. SauceOnTheSide.com.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Rizz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to come on down to my office and pitch me their ideas. Do they have what it takes to be in the biz?
Meet King Scott. By day, he's the producer of the #1 morning show in St. Louis. But by night, he's not at work anymore. Interesting. He says that despite all of his shortcomings, his one long coming is his knack for decent ideas.
Hello, I'm King Scott, and I'm here to pitch my business idea to Rizz, and I know he will definitely invest in this. It's a revolutionary business idea. It's going to change the world over, and I definitely have what it takes to be in the biz. Sorry. Hey.
Take a seat.
Hello there.
All right. Yeah.
My neighborhood grocer, that's Schnucks. And exciting news. Now, you know I'm always talking about how great the rewards program is. And now it's even better because it just released new perks to make it more personalized. And now they have personal double point stays, which makes earning rewards easier and faster. All you have to do is keep an eye on the rewards app, which you should have already. Keep an eye on it for your personal double point stay coupon. And once you clip it, you could use it to get double the points on your entire purchase. So instead of your usual 2% back, you're getting 4% back in Schnucks Awards to use on a future purchase. Because you get to choose when to use the coupon. So just apply it next time you do a big shopping, like a stock-up shopping, so you really get more bang for that buck. This is an in-app coupon that comes up every once in a while. So make sure you have that Schnucks Awards app downloaded and check your digital coupons. Download the Schnucks Awards app today and look for those personal double point stays.
Well, here we are backstage at Point.
So, Tommy, the boss is here. You want some salami?
Get you some, dude.
Get you some salami.
Get you some cheese.
Tommy Salami. Hey, Tommy Salami's here.
That nickname comes from something completely different, though.
Yeah. Take some cookies, Tommy.
It was a long night back in 2011.
All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for the birthday wishes, and a big thanks to my mother for calling in, King Scott for his wonderful message, my man crush Chip Carey, Brian from Le Bon Boucher for the wonderful sweets, Erica and everybody over the Chocolate Rooster. Thank you guys. Carly from the Lou Charcuterie, and thank you guys. Love you guys for the gifts.
Love you too. Happy birthday.
Organizing this.
Happy birthday, Dad.
All right, today's podcast is titled?
It is titled Happy Actual Birthday, Rizz.
Yep, I'm out. Leaving town. Skipping town.
That's it.
Have fun.
That's it.
Cake to the lake.
Cake to the lake. All right, what do you got, Moon?
Check out the Teenage Dirtbags and the Alabama Dirtbags playing tonight, Ball-Wind Days. It's a free show. Not only is the concerts series for the weekend at Ball-Wind Days kicking off with us tonight, they have carnival rides down there, like awesome, like full-on sweet carnival rides. Plus, there are tons and tons of vendors, great food, crafts. I mean, it's just a good time. Our whole family went last year. And Ball-Wind Days, free show, 7 p.m., Teenage Dirtbags tonight.
Yeah. Follow me on the socials at Lern versus Radio. My band Lane Narrows. We're going to be playing 4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow in the parking lot of the Schlafly Bottle Works in Maplewood. Family-friendly event. Get yourself some Schlafly beers, and I'll see you this weekend.
Right. All right, catch me lurking in the audience at Ball-Wind Days tonight. Schlafly Bottle Works tomorrow, hoping to be called on stage like Courtney Cox in that Bruce Springsteen video.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Other than that, follow me on the socials at I am Rafe Williams, and I don't know.
Okay.
Not safe for work.
All right, make sure you check out our clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. And we leave you with a selection from our Teamers member of the day brought to you by Hot Shots. From Lebanon, Illinois, Timothy Freeman is our Teamers member.
Yeah, Timothy.
And he wants to hear this song. Here it is. Lern moves to Casey. Donnie Fandango is next here. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. Bye.
Energy up.
The Rizzuto Show.